NerdyNeo on the mic tells a story. Open mic, a world of digital glory. Talking quests and pixelated dreams. Gamers journey on the mainstream. Open mic with a gaming twist. Press on and raise your fist. From consoles old to new. Every game a brand new crew. Week by week a new guest appears. Sharing love for gaming through the years. Button mashing tales of late night kills. Level up, adrenaline thrill. Open mic with a gaming twist. Press on and raise your fist. From consoles old to new. Every game a brand new crew. From pixel art to high-def screens. Open worlds and cutscenes. Neil's questions deep they go. Discovering every game in tow.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Happy Thursday, and hope you are all doing well. It is going to be a solo show tonight, for the most part. Later on, we might open it up in my channel, my Discord, if you want to hop in and chat with me. Because I'm going to be doing some gaming as well after I get through the whole talking part. So, good evening, everyone. And since we're going to be chatting, let me turn the volume down and get the music back on. So I've got something going while we're chatting away here. Keep that DJ and Paul Hadouken music going. So hopefully that's not too overpowering. I don't think it should be, because that's usually about where I put it when I'm chatting and have some music under me. So I don't think that should be too loud. So, but hello everyone. Welcome to the State of the Nerd. Who I attribute that every time to Carl, because he's the one who gave me the idea for that term when I did this last fall around August. I told him, yeah, it's like, I'm going to go live and just kind of talk about my plans for the future of the channel. He's like, oh, it's a State of the Nerd. I'm like, that's perfect. So shout out to Carl for that one. But I have no idea when this chat came in, but I saw Smoo was in chat saying first. Yes, you were first. I scheduled this a few days ago, so that could have been any time between Sunday and now. So I don't think you're there, but Smoo, hope you're doing well. Always great to hang out with you and chat with you. It's been too long. You're a good dude. So thanks for all the support, always shouting me out, and always saying I'm criminally underrated. I'm not going to disagree. But we got Angry Canadian and Carl are also in chat. What's up, my two biggest competitors, since the three of us have a year-long challenge going on. So what's up, guys? How's it going? Hope you're doing well tonight. And Rocker Dude's here over on the Twitch side of things. What's up, Rocker Dude? How's it going? Good evening, dude. Thank you for the nice intro. That is all thanks to my friend NerdSlap. He made the open mic and the Metroidvania Monday intros. He's working on Party Chat and Top 5s. I don't know when those will get done, but he does great work, and he's a great dude. So shout out to NerdSlap, which when you said that, I was like, whenever I use one of his intros on my stream, I try to put that in the stream description, intro by NerdSlap, but I forgot to do that. So I'm adding that in right now. Intro by, if I could type at Nerd. Although his channel is called The Nerd Files, but his online name is NerdSlap. So, and I also forgot to say intro music by, and I like to do at Paul Hadouken, because depending on the stream, Metroidvania Monday, I always do Paul, because he's got an awesome cover of some Metroid music. So I always use that for my intro music while I'm getting things ready on my Metroidvania streams. Then on the other ones, I usually like to use some of DJ Axe's stuff. So his stuff is awesome. So let's tag him as well. Seth where is he? Oh, that's right. He didn't change his channel, did he? No, he just changed his name on, was it Discord? All right, there we go. Intro music by Paul and DJ intro by NerdSlap. There we go. All right, now it's updated. So, Carl, yeah, I'm really cool. So, this is a State of the Nerd. I've been mentioning it. I'm going to go in a little more detail tonight on kind of what it's going to look like here going forward, because I'm going to be on a bit of a hiatus until I won't be back to my regularly scheduled streaming probably until August. I got a lot of stuff going on over the summer. So as of right now, I will have nothing next week. I'll be offline. I mean, I can still, I'll probably still be in people's chats and stuff when they're live, but I won't be streaming anything myself next week. Let's see here. This is, yeah, the last week of May. We will have a couple streams on the first week of June. On June 1st, I'm going to be over on my co-host on Party Chat, Ryan. I'll be over on his channel on Sunday for his Speed Cam Sunday stream, where they're watching an episode of Top Gear. I think I've seen like 3 episodes of Top Gear before. I love cars. I used to know like every single car like ever made, and I didn't know all this like tech specs of them. But if you showed me a car, I could probably tell you the make and model, except for BMWs and Mercedes are terrible because they don't have names. They just have numbers and letters. So I was never really good with those. So it's like, I think that's a BMW M series, or that might be Mercedes MLG or so. Mercedes I know the least, but I know cars pretty well. At least I used to. So he's like, hey, you want to come on and watch Top Gear? I was like, I've never really seen it, but I love cars. He's like, all right, you got to come on. So I'm going to go on his channel on the 1st and watch an episode of Top Gear, and we're going to talk about it. I'll be doing one more Metroidvania Monday on Monday the 2nd, and my plan is to finish Metroid Prime 2, so I don't have anything else going on that night, so I don't know how long it's going to go, but on this last Monday, I just got Sanctuary Fortress, which is like the 3rd dungeon, if you want to call it, on Metroid Prime 2, but my plan is, because I won't be back to another Metroidvania Monday until like late July, take however long I need to beat Metroid Prime 2. We are playing on hard, so it will take a little bit longer than, you know, and normally it would. So, and then there'll be another party chat on the 3rd, June 3rd. I haven't reached out to anyone to see if I can get them on for that party chat. So, Carl, or if anyone's got any suggestions, let me know, and I'll reach out to them, see if they're open that day. And I got nothing else that week. The following week, the 2nd week of June, starting with the 8th, Angry Deity says, I want to play Prime 2 before Prime 4 drops. Yeah, I'm going to do I'm Prime 2, and then I'm all set up because I recently got my USB sensor bar, so I can use my Wiimotes on my PC so I can stream Prime 3. So once we're done with Prime 2, whenever I get back to my regularly scheduled programming, I'll be streaming through Prime 3, and then by the time I'm done with Prime 3, I'll probably have Prime 4, because by the time I get done with Prime 3, it'll probably be August already. So, since they still haven't given us an announcement, a release date, I still am fully expecting Prime 4 to be a Super Switch release title. So, which is like, what, a week and a half, 2 weeks away? It's like right around the corner. Or, not 2 weeks. Was it June 17th or something? Is that? I'm gonna pull that up right now. So what is the launch date? Switch to release date. Oh, it's June 5th. It's earlier than I thought. So yeah, let's see here. June 5th. That's literally 2 weeks from today. So I'm fully expecting Metroid Prime 4 to be a launch title. So it'll be out 2 weeks from today. I may buy that with my birthday money, because I'll get to July here, or the end of June in just a second, but I get back from my trip on my birthday, and I'll probably buy Prime 4. I haven't decided, because it's gonna be hard to buy it and then not play it if I'm gonna hold off to play it for the first time till Metroidvania Monday. I don't know if I can wait that long, so I may do 2 separate save files. One where I might beat it before I even get to it on stream, and then do a separate file where I do the entire thing on stream for Metroidvania Monday. We shall see. It depends on how long I can hold. You know, my patience is pretty high, given that I've got like 400 games that I'm getting ready to start. Literally, I could start them tonight. I'm this close. And that's the gaming portion of Open Mic when we get to it later tonight. But I'll talk about that here in a little bit. But like, you guys know how frugal and patient I am when it comes to getting games. But Metroid is my 2nd favorite franchise of all time, so I don't know if I'll be able to wait to play Metroid Prime 4 for the first time on Metroidvania Monday, because that probably won't be until like August or September. So we shall see. Anyways. So, yeah, 2 weeks from today is when the Switch comes out. Yeah, they haven't told us Metroid Prime 4 is a launch title, but I fully expect that it will be. Let's see here. Oh, but if I am going to play through 3 first, I absolutely am going to play through 3 before I play through 4. I may do a separate playthrough offline of Prime 3 so I can play Prime 4, and then have a separate playthrough where I only play that one save file fully on Metroidvania Monday. We'll see. So, Metroid, you mean Woman Halo? Yes, Woman Halo. It's not a launch title? Have they said that? They would have mentioned it by now. But what if they do a shadow drop on the launch day? That would be funny. That is a good point, that you would think that they would have told you it's a launch title by now. I could be shocked, though, if it's not a launch title. Metroid Prime 4 release date. Does it say anything? It just says 2025. Oh! I don't know how accurate this is, but the Google... No, this isn't even the Google AI summary, but the first thing that comes up is, it's just like, not even an article or anything. It's just like a little paragraph saying, at this point, it's likely that Prime 4 will be released sometime in fall, either October or November. Well, if that is the case, then I'll be able to buy it. I should be done with Prime 3 by then, so I could, if it doesn't drop until fall, then I'll be able to buy it, and my first time playing it will be on Metroidvania Monday, and I'll only play it on stream. It's just if I have to play through a couple games first to get to it, because it comes out, in a couple weeks, then we'll see. But if it doesn't come out till the fall, then I'll play it, like, I don't know about launch day, but like within the launch week or so, and I'll play it on Metroidvania Monday. It's launching in the fall, bro. Okay, yeah, that's what this says. I just hadn't heard anything official, but then again, I haven't really been following a lot of the gaming news very closely. I just kind of hear things second or third hand. It will line up with you finishing Prime 3. That would be perfect. If I finish, like, Prime 3 and then, like, the next week Prime 4 comes out, that would be absolutely perfect. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what actually happens. Oh, Neo, you sweet summer Xbox child. Dude, they're not shadow dropping the most anticipated title for the Switch. I know, but I know they wouldn't do that. But what if it was a launch title, but they didn't tell anyone until launch day? A shadow dropped launch title? That would be crazy. But yeah, I wouldn't see them doing that. But that would be really funny if they did. Pokemon, yeah, they aren't shadow dropping that. Oh, is there a new Pokemon coming as well? That one I absolutely don't know anything about because, you guys know me in Pokemon. I know most of Gen 1, and that's about it, other than the ones that have shown up in Smash Bros. So, alright, so back to the schedule. The second week of June, the 8th, is that Sunday. We'll be doing... I won't be doing a Metroidvania Monday, because the second will be my last one for a while. There will be one more episode of Top 5 on June 10th. I think one... Oh, Carl, I think you said you were going to get back to me on that one, because we're going to be doing Top 5 licensed games, and that was your idea. So, you're definitely welcome on that panel, since you're the one who gave us that topic. So, I think we already had someone else... Let's see here. Someone else already reached out to me, said they want to be on. I think it was Nightmare. Oh, yeah, Legion and Nightmare, who were just on Top 5, 2 days ago. Both said they want to be on licensed games as well. So, Carl, let me know if you want to be on that one, and you're definitely welcome. So, that will be my last Top 5 for a while. Jason will be doing some Top 5s in my absence of other topics. Probably things that I wouldn't have a whole lot of experience with. So, what those are, I don't know. He hasn't told me yet, but he said he is going to continue doing Top 5s while I'm on hiatus. The 11th. Let's see here. Who's going to be on? Man, if it's under 4 hours. Yeah, that I don't know. But the 11th, I'm planning on going on Carl's channel for an episode of RNG all about BioWare. So I have that on my schedule. I know you said that's kind of up in the air. You'd get back to me, so I have that on my calendar. So I will be there if that pans out. Otherwise, I may do something else that night if you don't have me on your stream that night. And then my last stream until like the end of July is going to be June 12th. Dude and I are going to be doing our next episode of Achievement Chasers, and I will have, as usual the last couple months, I will have a lot to talk about. And I'm sure Dude will too, because I'm not going to spoil it, but something that he's been talking about like the last 3 or 4 months on Achievement Chasers. He finally finished, and now he's able to spread his wings and soar, and he's been playing a bunch of other stuff rather than this one giant game. If you can do the 11th, I can't do the 10th, sadly. Oh, for top 5? Oh, you'd like to move your BioWare stream to the 10th. Ah, shoot. Yeah, I've already got that last episode of top 5 on the 10th. So, unless you have like the day off and you wanted to do it like earlier in the day, I could do that. But I know you're working, so that probably wouldn't work for you. But if for some reason you were able to do it during the day, I could definitely do that. But yeah, if it's in the evening, regular evening time, I'll be doing top 5 on the 10th. So, part of my hiatus is due to I will be gone like the last 2.5 weeks of June, and I'll be I have another show that day. All right, bummer. All right, well, I will keep the 11th on my calendar, and then in case anything changes, and then like it, the day before, whatever, if it's like it's not going to happen on the 11th, then I'll go ahead and remove it. Thought you would be off. Oh, yeah. Ah, bummer. Yeah, so, shoot. Sorry about that. But anyways, yeah, I will be gone for starting on the 17th. I won't be back until the 4th. And I am going on a vacation. I'm going on a Mediterranean cruise. So so it's going to be awesome. Trip of a lifetime. I've never been to the Mediterranean, and this all started a couple of years ago because my stepdad is, we'll say he's very well off. He's run a decent sized company for the last 50 years, him and a couple of his partners, and they recently sold the company for a large chunk of money, and so he's pretty well off, and so he's taken me and a bunch of the other family on a cruise. And a couple years ago, he asked me, hey, if you were to ever want to, go anywhere on a vacation, like, where would you want to go? My immediate answer was like, I want to go to the Mediterranean because I've never been there and I want to. So he's like, like a year later or something, he's like, I'm going to put together a cruise for the Mediterranean for a couple years from now. So that was, like 2 years ago. So it's going to be freaking awesome, and I am super stoked about it. And because I will be gone for a couple weeks, stuff that I normally handle while I am here kind of throws off my schedule, streaming and stuff. So I will basically, all the stuff that I would normally do during the time that I would be here, have to push it forward and backwards to, make room for it around that trip. So I will also be offline, even once I get back. I will be not streaming for like the next 2 weeks. Until the first stream I'll have back will be July 21st. I'll be resuming Metroidvania Monday. There will be a party chat that week, and as far as I know, that will be it for that week. I don't know exactly when I will be resuming my regularly scheduled streams. It likely won't be until like the first or second week of August. I don't know. We'll see as we get closer, farther into the summer. But yeah, so that trip kind of throws everything off, and I got to push a bunch of stuff before, which is why I'm not streaming at all next week, and why I won't be streaming again for the 2 weeks after, because I got stuff going on that I won't be available during the time that I normally stream during the week. So, but yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, and I can't wait. So, you guys know I am an achievement hunter and a completionist, and one of the things, I don't really ever talk about it, at least not, I do talk about it on Achievement Chasers, but I don't really ever talk about it just when I'm talking about gaming and stuff. But not only do I hunt achievements, but I have also been keeping my achievement streak alive, which means getting at least one achievement each day. And I just hit today was day 1400, so I've gone 1400 days without missing a day, without not getting an achievement. So I am planning on setting up the logistics so that I can keep my streak alive while I'm away. I just don't know if I do have to let it lapse. At least it's for a darn good reason. But I think I'll be able to keep it going. It's just I don't know how much access I'm going to have to the internet and Wi-Fi and stuff while I'm gone. So if I have access to Wi-Fi, I should be good because I'll have plenty of like Microsoft games on my phone, like the Sudoku. I was talking about that on Achievement Chasers for a few months. I did finish that one off and got all the achievements. I'm another one that I'm working on, but I've got most of the achievements. The ones that I have left are really hard and or not hard, but they take a long time. Like all of the Microsoft, there's like a suite of Microsoft games on mobile, like Solitaire, Sudoku, Minesweeper. There's one called Treasure Hunt. They got a whole bunch of them, and they all have like a very similar set of achievements. And each one of them, of those games in that suite, Mojang is another one, where they have daily challenges, and you have to get a certain amount of points to get either all the points you get in a month add up to like either getting a bronze, silver, gold, or platinum medal for that month. And all of these games have an achievement for getting 12 bronze medals, which means getting at least the bronze level for 12 months. It doesn't have to be consecutive, just 12 months. So if you're doing it every month, it's still going to take you a year to get that achievement. So those ones take a long time. That's why it took so long for me to finish Sudoku. And I'm good at Sudoku. The one I'm currently been playing is Wordament, and I'm much better at number games than I am letter games. So getting the bronze, silver, and gold achievements on Wordament, I've not even started those. I think I've gotten one bronze because I'm not good at the daily challenges. But there's a bunch of other ones. I've got, fortunately, there are a couple of Switch games that have Xbox achievements. The only one that I have, and it is also a Metroidvania, is Ori and the Will of the Wisp. The Switch version has Xbox achievements. So that's another one I'll be able to play while I'm gone, as long as I have internet access of some kind to keep my streak alive. So I'm getting the logistics set up so that I should be able to keep my streak alive while I'm going, because the thing that I've been mentioning especially a lot lately is my bean dive that I'm working on. I have 7 achievements left till I've recovered my dive that I've been working on recovering for 6 years. So I'm planning on finishing that dive tonight on stream. So, Mojang, the former same name, but Mojang, you should know this. I mean, I'm pretty sure the Mojang game is Chinese, not Japanese, but I could be wrong about that. I just was under the impression that it was a Chinese game, but I have no idea how to play it. I've never played it, but it is available on mobile with Xbox achievements, so I'll be starting that soon, and it's kind of like the Chinese or Japanese dominoes. You know what? Let's find out. See if I'm correct. But it's the name of that game is also the name of the company that made Minecraft. Mojang, not games. Let's say tile game. It's Mahjong. Okay, I don't know these things, so you're over closer to that side of the world, so I will take your word for it. Mahjong is I was right. Played in China. I was right about where it came from, though. Ah, yes, Chinese. You are one for one for racist points. I typically know the difference between Japanese and Chinese on most things. So, you can't say it's like, oh, does everything from Japan and China look alike? It's like, no, they do not. Look at me, I'm the word Yahtzee now. Look at me, I'm the Nazi now. That Mahjong, okay. Mahjong is one of the many games I will be starting. So, you know what? Let me go here. Let's see here. Yeah, so that kind of covers the schedule for the summer for for the rest of May, which is, only like another week, but June and July, I should be able to get back to my regularly scheduled streaming in early August. And at that time, Carl, if you're there, if you're still here, it'll finally be time for us to start doing our Borderlands streams if you're still up for it. I'm sure Jason will be, so because I'm starting when I do my new dive, I'm doing I bought all of the Borderlands games with the intention of streaming them with you and Jason. So I will be diving those here very soon, and I'll be all ready to do those if you're still up for it. But if not, no worries. I'm sure Jason will, and if just the two of us have to do it, that's fine, because Borderlands is fun with people. I just played I played 95% of Borderlands 1 and 2 alone, and it was very boring. But the 5% I played of each of those games with friends was a blast. So, and Jason will probably carry me because of how much Borderlands he's played. And who knows, maybe we'll eventually end up playing Borderlands 4. So, but yeah, that kind of sums up the summer schedule. So, let's see here. Summer schedule. So with that, I'll kind of get into the next talking point. So, as I have been mentioning... Oh, actually, I forgot. It's down to 6 because I was playing right before the stream and I got another achievement. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and go to... Is this the right one? Yes, it is. Perfect. So, as you can see here, right up here at the top is my bean dive stats. So, I started this bean dive in March of 2019, so it just passed its sixth year anniversary. So I started at a completion percentage of 91.15. I'm currently at 91.13, so I'm this close. And as you can see, I have 6 achievements left till I'm recovered that dive. It was a total of... I dived a total of 29.51%. So after I started all those games, I was down to 61.63 completion percentage. And over the last 6 years, I've been working my way up. However, I dived 162 games, but after I closed the dive, I've probably played another 250 to 300 additional games, which is why it's taken 6 years to recover. Oh, shoot. This one doesn't have the live chat on it. That's okay. I can still see the chat. When I go back to it, the chat will be there. So, in all reality, this total games dived should probably be between like 400 and 500 games dived. But yeah, I'm 6 achievements away. And I've been backlogging all the new games because I was like, oh, you gotta play this game, you gotta play this game. It's like, I will be playing it once I recover my dive, and I'm planning to finish that tonight. So I'll be starting a new dive, and I have my spreadsheet. I'll go over to here in a moment to all the games I'm either planning to dive or have in mind. Some of them may not make the cut because of accessibility to them. Like the other day, I was trying to get my Games for Windows Live version of Arkham Asylum to work, and it literally will not work. So I may have to scratch that one from the list. We'll see. But I've got a spreadsheet of all the games I'm planning on diving, and you know what? Let's go ahead and... So this is my spreadsheet of all the games I'm planning on diving. The yellow ones are ones that I don't own yet, but I'm planning on buying them at some point. So that's 430 on the list right now. That's just Xbox. I've got nearly 100 games on Steam that I'm looking forward to playing as well. So this will be my final bean dive probably ever. I don't think I will ever recover from this one. But that's okay, because going forward, I'm not going to, like, if a new game comes out that I want to play, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm going to save it for next time. I'm just going to start it and play it immediately. But because I was already like 3 years into this dive, and I was like, I'm going to recover this dive, then start a bunch of new stuff, and it's taken me like 3 more years longer than I thought it was going to take to recover this dive. So, hey, Christian Frades is here. Good evening, Christian. How are you doing tonight, buddy? Hope you're doing well. So, where did my mouse go? Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. So, yeah, I was at 7, but right before I went live, I got one more achievement, because the game I'm currently playing, and I have, like, let's see here. So I'm currently playing Costume Quest 2, because it's a relatively short game, although it says 8 to 10 hours. I don't know if it's just me because it's a turn-based RPG, and that's not my style of game. I don't feel like I've been, like, wasting time. I've been progressing through. It's just there's been a few times where I'm like, I'm not sure where to go. It's also a game where I've been playing, like, I started it. You know what? Let's go ahead and pull it up here. So this won't count for our contest unless once I beat it, I go back and play through the first half of the game again. Because, I clicked on the wrong thing. So Costume Quest, I originally started it in, right there. That's when I did my dive in March of 2019. So I got the first achievement right there in March of 2019. I got one more achievement in December of 2022. That was for 12 Days of Christmas. I got another achievement the following year in December of 2023. That was also for 12 Days of Christmas. I got one a couple weeks later in January of 2024. And then I started playing this game again back in December, and I've just been, it got put on the back burner a bunch of times because a bunch of Game Pass games came up where I was panic playing them before they left Game Pass. So I got a couple achievements in early December, and then it just got put on the back burner until May. And so May 20th, a couple days ago, then I started playing through it in its entirety. So because I started it, 6 years ago, it won't count towards our gaming challenge unless I go back and play through the first half of the game again to, fully played through the game. I haven't decided if I'm going to do that or not. Given I know how it goes more now, even though, because it was like every time I played it was like a year apart from last time. So I'd get reacquainted with the game. Like, all right, what's going on? Where am I going? I don't remember. So that was also part of why it's taking a bit longer. This timer is not accurate. This is supposed to show how much time I played on the game. I've played this for probably 10 to 15 hours. It does say it's only an 8 to 10 hour game. I definitely would say it's longer than that, but I definitely have not only played it 27 minutes. Some games just don't track properly, and I have no idea why. But I may go ahead after I beat it, start a new game, and then get back to the point I was at when I started playing it a couple days ago, so that I will have played the full game this year, so it'll count for our challenge. I just haven't decided if I'm going to do that or not yet. But as you can see, I have 15 out of 18 achievements, so I have 3 left. And this one right here is for beating the story, and I'm like right at the end of the game. So once I beat the game, I should also get complete all quests, because I looked at a list. If you go and look at this achievement guide, it has a list of all the quests. And last night I went and marked off all the ones that I had, and the only ones that I hadn't completed were ones that there were 2 that I missed, so I had to go back and finish those. And then there was another one that's tied to the main quest. So when I beat the game, which will beat the final quest, I should also get this achievement. And this is the most annoying achievement, hard corn mode, because you have 3 people on your team, but this achievement here is for playing through the whole game and having one of your 3 party members play as Candy Corn. So if you haven't played Costume Quest, it is really a cute game. It's a turn-based RPG. And your kid's out on Halloween. I haven't actually played the first one. I've only played the second one. So I have no idea what goes on in the first one. And I've heard that everyone says that the first one's better. I can't speak to that. But the concept of the game is it's Halloween, you're trick-or-treating, and when you get into battles, whatever your Halloween costume is, you become whatever that is. So if you're like dressed up as a superhero, you actually have superhero abilities in the battles and stuff. So one of the costumes is Candy Corn, but Candy Corn does absolutely nothing except for when it's Candy Corn's turn, it just has a little like one-liner zinger. That's it. So it basically is a hard mode, so you're essentially only playing with 2 people in your party, although you technically have 3, so Candy Corn can be there to take attacks, and unfortunately there's no way to draw aggro. There's no aggro element or mechanic in the game, so you can't draw their attacks to Candy Corn, but all the enemies still can attack Candy Corn, so that, it's less damage that your other 2 characters who actually do the damage take. So it still serves some purpose, but not much. So they can't attack. You're essentially playing handicap through the whole game, which ruins some of the fun of the game. So this is another game where all the achievements except for this one are good. This achievement sucks because it handicaps you through the whole game for the sake of an achievement. So that's my biggest gripe with this game, is this specific achievement. But it's really cute, and I have enjoyed it for the most part. It's just, I wish some of these battles would have gone much faster if I had 3 people attacking rather than just 1. But I am at the end of the game, and my characters are pretty powerful. So I haven't done a boss battle in a while. I was grinding out because one of the achievement that I got just before we went live is using the creepy treat cards, and there's 45 of them, and you can only hold 3 at a time. And the achievement is for using all 45 of them in combat. So you can equip 3 of them, go into battle, use all 3 of them, which takes one of your turns. You can't actually attack, but they do all sorts of status effects, whether causing damage over time to certain enemies, or protecting you, or healing you. Those sorts of things. But if you use a card on that turn, you don't get to attack. So it counts as your turn. But you have to use all 45 of those. So I was just going around getting into random battles so I could use all those cards. So as you see, I went live at 7 and I got this achievement at 6:45 or 6:42. So right before we went live. So I was grinding that out, and I got up. I increased another level. The levels are very slow. I'm at the very end of the game, and I'm only level 11. I don't even know if there is a level cap, but I've been demolishing the minions, are the non-boss enemies in the game that you just see wandering around. You can get into fights with them. So once we get to some gaming here, we'll pick up right where I left off, and I'm pretty sure I'm very close to the end of the game and the final boss battle. I'm hoping it shouldn't be too bad, and just beating the game should give me all 3 of these achievements. So I'll get this one knocked out. That'll be 3 achievements knocked out of the 6 I have remaining. Oh, that's not supposed to do that. So, and I also have... Oh, wrong thing. For the events, like I said, I try to keep my achievement streak alive. So I always keep a list of a couple of achievements that if I need to, if I haven't gotten an achievement all day and it's getting close to midnight, and I need to get an achievement really quick, I always keep a list of a couple of achievements that I could hop on and get, within a couple minutes. And I have, where is that tab? All right, here it is. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 emergency achievements ready to go. So I've got 6 remaining. The 3 from Costume Quest should leave me with 3, and then I've got 5 here that are ready to go, so that should easily push me over the top for my recovering my dive. So we should very easily finish it tonight while we're live on this stream. So we have one in Assassin's Creed Origins. Unfortunately, I won't be able to show this one on screen because this is one of the games I was talking about that's on my phone. I could hop in and get this achievement within probably like 10 seconds. So I won't be able to show... I could hold my phone up and show you, but I wouldn't be able to show you me playing the game. The rest of these I'll be able to play because they're all on my Xbox. Like when I normally stream games on my Xbox, I'll stream it to here. So I will do that once we get to that point. So we absolutely should finish this dive finally on stream tonight. And I'll be all set and ready to start my new dive probably tomorrow, where I'll be diving my 430 or close to it games. So, but yeah, let's go back over here to my Xbox tab. So this is my Bean Dive 3, because my very first Bean Dive was only like 30 games, and I did that in September of 18, and I recovered in March of 19, and then like a week later I started my Bean Dive 2, which is the one I'm finishing tonight. So this is my schedule for Bean Dive number 3. So this is an Xbox 3. I'm not going to go through every game, but I'm just going to kind of briefly touch on some of these. So this is 1942. Everyone should kind of know what that is. It's top-down shoot 'em up. I love these sorts of games. It's an Xbox 360 digital-only, non-backwards compatible game I picked up before the store shut down last July. So you cannot buy this game anymore, but I'll be doing that. 20XX is a Mega Man clone, so I was all over that. 8 Doors is a Metroidvania, and as my goal is to play every Metroidvania on Xbox, so I picked this one up a while back when it was on a super steep sale. 9 Monkeys of Shaolin is a beat 'em up or hack and slash, I'm not sure. Either way, it looked pretty interesting, and I got it for a couple dollars. The first Final Fantasy game I'm ever gonna play, Final Fantasy: A King's Tale. It's actually a beat 'em up with like a 5 to 6 hour completion. That'll be my first Final Fantasy game I ever play, and it's free to play, so that's why I threw it on. Well, it's free to play, and it's a pretty short completion, so I'll be putting that in my dive. The Plague Tale games, I haven't played the second one. I've only played the first one, and I loved it. So this one used to be on Game Pass. It has since left Game Pass, but I picked up the Windows version while it was on a steep sale. So I'll be playing Plague Tale again, because the first time I played it was a couple of years ago, and I really enjoyed it. So I'll be playing through it again on the Windows version, so I'll still be able to get the achievements again. And then as soon as I beat it, I'm going right into Requiem, the second one, which I have not played yet. I'm looking forward to that, because Carl's told me that it's just as good, if not better than the first one, because I know Carl loves Plague Tale Innocence as well. Short Hike, I've heard, is a very cute... you play as anthropomorphic animals, and I think you get lost on a hike, and you're trying to get up to the top of the mountain so your cell phone can get reception so you can figure out where you need to go. I've heard it's a cute game. Active Neurons, I think I won that in a giveaway, and it's a little quick puzzle game. Adios, I don't even know what the gameplay is on Adios, but it was a Games with Gold game that I got, and it's got a relatively short completion, so I was like, okay, I'll throw it on. Eterna Noctis. I am so looking forward to playing this game. It is one of the biggest, like, expansive world maps. Metroidvanias. It's 2D platforming Metroidvania. But it's also got a beautiful art style. And one of the things is from what I hear, it's incredibly difficult. One of the hardest, if not the hardest, Metroidvania. And I haven't played it yet. I'm very much looking forward to playing it. And the sequel, I think, is coming out very soon. I forget what it's called. They have put out the same studio has put out a couple more games called Eterna something else. I don't remember what the next one's called, but the second one they put out was Eterna something. That was a roguelite, not a Metroidvania, so I had no interest in that one. But I'm looking forward to playing this one, despite it being incredibly difficult. It looks beautiful, and I'm very much looking forward to playing it. This is very high up there on the list of Metroidvanias that I want to play very soon. Eterna Blade, also another Metroidvania. I've not heard great things about it, but I'm trying to play everything on Xbox. After Image, I don't even... 60 to 80 hours? What is this game? I don't even remember what this game is. After Image. Oh, After Image. That is all very similar. I forgot. I spelled it wrong. Very similar to Eterna Noctis. It's another very beautiful, large, expansive Metroidvania. And I've heard great things about it as well, so I'm looking forward to playing that one. Agalos. This is also a Metroidvania. It's like a pixel art one. Unfortunately, it has some discontinued achievements, so I won't ever be able to get all the achievements. But I've heard good things. I just added Alice Madness Returns to my list literally last week because someone, I think on Top 5, mentioned it a week or two ago. And it's on EA Play, so I'm going to go ahead and play that. Alwa's Awakening, also another Metroidvania. Anima Flux and Animal Well are some more Metroidvanias. Anima Flux literally just came out. And I haven't actually heard anything about it, but it's a Metroidvania, so I'm planning on playing it, but it just came out, and that's why I haven't bought it yet. Same with Animal Well. I'm waiting for it to go on a steeper sale, but I may end up picking it up at full price. The Origami games, stealth games where you're a ninja, looks great. I played the demo and enjoyed it. Astalon, another Metroidvania. I've heard most people have good things to say about it. Astronaut, another Metroidvania. Atlas Fallen is on Game Pass, and I've heard it got some really nice quality of life improvements recently. And it's leaving in a few months, so I'll have to play this one pretty soon after I start it. I picked this one up, the Avatar game, due to Carl's recommendation. He said it was really good, so I picked it up when it was on a super steep sale. We got Seth Alexandrella on Twitch saying, get a job. I don't want to get a job because I don't want to be an employee again. But I am currently working on that with someone. We are behind the scenes. We're talking on stuff. We may go into business and start a business because I want to be my own boss and work from home and be able to dictate my hours. So I'm working on starting my own business, which is something I've always wanted to do because I've never thought being an employee was the right. Well, never made sense to me. It's more like a means to an end rather than the end itself. So. Canadian says, Origami is fun. I need to finish it. I don't know about... I'm almost positive the first one, but I know for a fact the second one is fully playable in co-op. I'm almost positive the first one is as well. The first one, I don't know if it has crossplay, but I'm also pretty positive the second one has crossplay. So I'll definitely play with you, Canadian, if they both have crossplay. Avowed is on Game Pass. I'll be playing that one. Axiom Verge 2, another Metroidvania, as are... Oh, no. The Azura Striker Gunvolt games are not Metroidvanias. They are Mega Man clones. You guys know how much I love Mega Man. Carl was trying to convince me to play Balatro, and I was giving him the whole spiel on why I don't want to do it, because that's a mobile game, and it's not something I'm going to sit down on my Xbox to play. So I was like, he's like, well, play it on your phone then. I'm like, well, I want to be able to like touch the screen and stuff, which means I would have to get the app version, which doesn't have the Xbox achievements. I'd have to stream it from Xbox. And I was like, then I'd have to attach a controller because there's no touchscreen controls on the Xbox version. But now I have my Retroid Flip, and this has a controller built into it, so I can stream it to here and play it with a controller built in, so I don't have to pair a controller to it or anyway. So I was like, you know what, I'll go ahead and throw Balatro on there, and I will play Balatro on my dive. I'll be playing Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie, because everyone says such good things about those games. I've never actually played them in their entirety. I did play most of Banjo-Kazooie way back in the day. I did rent it, but I don't think I ever beat it. Batberry and another Metroidvania. Some more Batman Arkham stacks. Games with Gold game, another Metroidvania. Beyond Blue. Very pretty ocean explorer, kind of like Abzu, where it's like a walking sim underwater, so it's like a swimming sim. These are a couple other Metroidvanias that literally just came out, and I know nothing about them, and they haven't really been on sale, so I haven't picked them up yet. The BioShock collection. I wasn't a huge fan of BioShock, but so I only played BioShock 1. But someone's like, you gotta play them all. So I picked up the collection when it was on sale for like $10. So I'll be doing all 3 remasters. And the nice thing is that they don't have any multiplayer achievements. That's always my biggest issue with a lot of these games, is the multiplayer achievements for like BioShock 2 and Infinite. So that's the main reason why I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and pick them up and I'll play them. I can't get into Banjo. I tried, but DK64 is far better. I did 100% DK6, or I can't. I'll have to boot it up and check because I still got my cartridge. I probably have. My guess would be around 90 to 95%. I completed most of the game, but I didn't get 100%. But I did beat it back in the day, and I am going to be playing it again for retro achievements at some point. So, and I do also plan to play Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie for retro achievements in addition to Xbox achievements. Black Hole, Black One. Blasphemous 2. It took me a while to get into the first one, but once I actually got into it, I really enjoyed it, so I'm looking forward to Blasphemous 2, because I've heard they've made a lot of nice quality of life improvements as well. So I think I'm going to like it even more than the first one, because one of my... I wouldn't say a gripe, but just a mechanic of the first one is you only have one weapon. But in the second one, you can select between a number of different weapons. So I'm gonna like that. There's more variety in the combat. My main issue with Blasphemous 1 is that it does have a Metroidvania map, but you could beat the entire game without getting any new abilities, so it's very light on the Metroidvania, because all of the Metroidvania elements is all through keys and flipping switches. You do get new abilities throughout the game, but you don't need them to beat the game. You only need them to collect 100% of the items. So I'm hoping that Blasphemous 2 actually added ability gating to the game, so you actually can't beat the game without getting new abilities. That's my biggest issue with Blasphemous 1, is the abilities are not required to beat the game. But I did enjoy it. Blast Brigade is another Metroidvania. It's very pretty, like cartoon art style. I'm very much looking forward to playing this one. The Blaster Master games. These are old school NES games that are Metroidvanias. I didn't even know they existed until they came to Xbox One a couple years ago. And I just thought they were new games made to look like old NES games. So I was like, no, these were games that were on the NES and they're ported to Xbox. I'm like, oh, I did not know that because I'd never had an NES. Canadian says, I can't play DK64 because I think my N64 expansion pack is on the fritz. Oh, shoot. That's a bummer. Blind Fate Ito no Yami. A side-scrolling hack and slash. Looks really awesome. I'm very much looking forward to playing this one. The Blizzard Arcade Collection finally came to Game Pass just recently, and the main reason I'm looking forward to playing this is because of I'd have to look through Blizzard's collection of games, because I haven't really played a whole lot of them. but I'm almost positive my favorite Blizzard game is in this collection, and that is Rock and Roll Racing. I never owned it back in the day, but I played it over at a friend's house a bunch of times, and I freaking love that game, so I'm looking forward to playing that one again for the first time in decades. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. I did play it already, but this is the Windows version, so I'm going to play it again. It took me a while to get into it, but once I got into it, I enjoyed it, and now that I have a lot of, not foresight, post-sight, it'll help my second playthrough go a lot smoother. Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2, which is the NES, because Ritual of the Night is like the spiritual successor to Symphony of the Night. Circle of the Moon is the spiritual successor to like classic NES Castlevania. So I've played the first one. I've beaten it once. I still have to go through and beat it a couple more times because there's a bunch of different endings. But I have not started the second one, so I'll be doing that. I did pick up Blue Dragon, thanks to Carl. He challenged me to that game for our year-long challenge, so I'll be diving Blue Dragon. I don't really want to play it at all, especially given how long it is, 80 to 100 hours. Although that is for 100% completion. You know what? Let's go and look here, because I want to know how much. What is this white mode? It burns my eyes. There we go. Let's go look at just like if I was to burn through the story mode of Blue Dragon. Maybe it'll be a lot quicker. Maybe I can just burn through the story mode and not actually do 100% and come back to the 100% later. Blue Dragon, let's see here. Still, a main story, 46 hours. That's not too bad. I'm not looking forward to it, but I gotta at least beat the story this year, because if we wait till next year, I'm gonna have zero incentive to play it next year. At least for this year, it'll give me a lot of extra bonus points in our challenge, because of it being the game that Carl challenged me to. So let's see here. Blue Dragon. Blueprints just came out. I've been hearing lots of good things about it. It's a puzzle game, and I love me about puzzle games. Bow Path of Teal Lotus, another 2D Metroidvania. I've heard great things about it. All the Borderlands games. If it wasn't for playing these in co-op, I would not be playing them because I find them boring solo. So I will not play them solo. But if I've got someone to play them with, I'm planning on playing all of them. So hopefully that'll be Carl and Jason and I. But we shall see. Braid, I freaking love Braid, one of my favorite puzzle games ever. So I picked up the Anniversary Edition because another excuse to play through it and get achievements. I'm fine with that because Braid is great. And I hate that so many people, Melee James and K, hate on it because it is a fantastic puzzle game. Bramble the Mountain King. It's funny, this game was on Game Pass, and it's, let's see, yeah, it's a pretty short completion, 8 to 10 hours, so I was going to panic play it, and I was like, and it just left Game Pass a couple months ago, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to take it off my panic playlist, and I'm not going to play it so that I can focus on recovering my dive. And then just the other day, I was going through my list of games, I'm like, why does it say I own this game? It left Game Pass, and I don't own it. Somehow, and I have no idea how, I ended up with owning this game. So I was like, alright, well in that case, I'll go ahead and throw it in my dive. So I'll be playing Bramble, the Mountain King, even though I wasn't originally planning on it. Then I scrapped it. Now I'm going back to it because somehow I own it. And I have no idea how I acquired it. Because games that you acquire via Games with Gold show up in a separate list as Games with Gold, and it's not in that list. It's in my owned games, which means like either I bought it or like I got it gifted to me or something. And I never did that, so I have no idea how I ended up with it. But I ended up with it, so I was like, I'll go ahead and dive it. Bright Memory Infinite There was two of them. There was Bright Memory. I think it was just called Bright Memory. And then this sequel, Bright Memory Infinite. I didn't pick up Infinite for a long time because I was waiting for it to go on sale. But Bright Memory was like an original Xbox One launch title. Or maybe it was a Series X launch title. Yeah, it was a Series X launch title. And it was done by like one person. It's like a first-person shooter hack and slash. I had no idea what was going on with it because it literally was like a tech demo because it throws you right into the middle of stuff. It doesn't explain anything. It's like 4 to 5 hours. So, and then I thought, oh, it's just a tech demo and the full game will be Bright Memory Infinite. From what I hear from Bright Memory Infinite is exactly like the first one. It's just like this short little segment of a game. It throws you in and then with no explanation, and then you're doing stuff and then you beat the game. But it's got pretty good action. So I liked it even though I had no idea what was going on. This is a sequel. I have not played this one yet. Brothers Tale of Two Sons remake. I picked that one up while I was on a super steep sale because I've heard the remake is not as good, but I played both the other two versions of Brothers, the Xbox Live Arcade and the Xbox One version, and it's a great game. One of, if not the first Joseph Ferris worked on game. who's become later known for A Way Out, Takes Two, and most recently Split Fiction, which Carl and I just played. And those are all pretty great games. Bulletstorm, it's going to be a fun first-person shoot-'em up. The Castlevania Advance Collection, all the Castlevania Advance GBA games that were Metroidvanias that I've never played. Plus the Castlevania Anniversary Collection, which is like Castlevanias 1 through 4, which I've never played. And I was automatically going to pick up Advanced Collection because they're Metroidvanias, so I'm automatically playing them. I wasn't going to get the Advanced Anniversary Collection, but I did on DJ Axis's promptings. It went on sale for like $5 a ways back. I was like, all right, I'll go ahead and I'll pick it up. So I picked it up. I'll be playing all the classic Castlevanias that I've never played, because the only Castlevanias I've played are the 2 Lord of Shadows games, Mirror of Fate, and Symphony of the Night. So I'll kind of round out my Castlevania experience. Dominus Collection, I will be picking it up. I don't know if I'll be doing it before my dive or not, but that's all the DS games I've also never played. But I will be picking them up at some point eventually. But it's normally $25. The biggest sale it's gone is on sale for $20. I'm hoping it goes on a bigger sale, but I may end up picking up it at full price, so I can play them sooner rather than later. Cat Maze and Chasm are a couple other Metroidvanias. I've heard Chasm is actually really good. Chorus, I really look forward to Chorus. It's a space combat sim game, very arcadey. It looks like a lot of fun. I bought it. It then came to Game Pass, and it has since left Game Pass, and I haven't even played it yet. I'm looking forward to that one. Chronicles of Two Heroes is like it looks kind of like The Messenger in that it's kind of like a Super Nintendo looking, or somewhere between an NES and a Super Nintendo. It's kind of like got pixel art, 2D platformer, and you switch back and forth between a samurai and a ninja, and you have unique abilities. Unfortunately, it's not a Metroidvania. You definitely could have done it. It doesn't have like a Metroidvania map. It's just like level based, but it looks like a pretty interesting concept. Picked it up just recently for a couple bucks. Clunky Hero, another Metroidvania, one of the worst from what I hear. Cocoon is on Game Pass. I've heard great things about this one. It's kind of like a isometric like Zelda-like game. The Modern Warfare reboots. I hate that they're all one game instead of 3 separate games, but I will be playing those since they are on Game Pass and they're first-person shooters, so I like that sort of stuff. The Contra Collection is going to be fun, and Operation Galuga. Played the demo, loved it. Control Ultimate Edition, I am excited to play Control again because I played it, I don't know, like 2021. It's already been like 4 years. I love Control. It's my favorite Remedy game. And now I get to play through it again with even better graphics than last time. So that's the Ultimate Edition. It is on Windows, and I was thinking about stacking the Windows version as well, but I just took it off my list just yesterday. I think I was like, I don't need to do it again on Windows. But if I want to, I can do it again on Windows and get another achievement set. Cookie Cutter, another Metroidvania. Crypt Custodian. I can actually take this one off of the not buy list because it just got announced literally yesterday that it's coming to Game Pass in about a week or so. So I'll be able to play that one without having to buy it. Although this guy's Metroidvanias, his name is like Justin something. He's a one-man developer. This is his second one, and I heard just like literally before I went live, I was in my Metroidvania Discord chat with my buddies, Xbox buddies. They said that he's already working on a third one, but his Metroidvanias are very cute and really well done. The Crysis remasters, I've never played the Crysis games, and they always looked awesome, so I'm looking forward to playing those. Curse of the Sea Rats, another Metroidvania. Cyberpunk, a lot of people say that it's a great game now, so I'll find out for myself. Signy, All Guns Blazing. I've had this on my wish list forever, and it finally went on a 75% off sale like a week or two ago, so I finally picked it up. This looks like it could be my favorite shmup of all time. It looks phenomenal. I'm very much looking forward to playing this game. And I actually just brought this game to James's attention because he's a big fan of shmups as well, like on Steam Roulette a couple weeks ago, so... Dandara, another Metroidvania, got that through Games with Gold. Dark Void, the 360 game where you have a jetpack. Someone convinced me, he's like, hey, you should give it a shot. It's an old Capcom game. It's a jetpack game. It's basically the best Rocketeer game. So I was like, I've got it through Games with Gold, so sure, I'll go ahead and do it. The Darksiders games, I only ever played the first one on 360. I never played 2 or 3 because my I played it because my roommate at the time had it, and he really liked it. I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and play it. It's the first one's like a hack and slash, and I love hack and slashes. The second, and I don't know if he ever played the third one, but he played the second one. He said he didn't like it as much. But years down the line, I hear from other people who've played it, and they say the second one's actually even better. Although a lot of people say the third one's not as good, but I might like the third one the best because a lot of people say the third one is arguably a Metroidvania. So, looking forward to playing the first one again because I played it in like 2011, so I haven't played it in like close to 15 years. Let's see here, Darksiders. I completed it in May of 2010, so just over, May 31st, so literally 15 years ago next week. So I'll be playing it again, because I vaguely remember it, and then I'll be playing Darksiders 2 and 3 for the first time. I'm going to be doing all the Dead Space games because, I typically don't do scary, but I'm more okay with sci-fi horror than I am like with spooky horror, like Supernatural. So I'm going to be doing the Dead Space. I'm not going to be doing Dead Space 1, the original. I'm just going to be doing Dead Space, the remake, and then Dead Space 2 and 3. And Ignition, which is actually a puzzle game. Those are all on EA Play, so I have that through Game Pass Ultimate. Deathloop, that was Arcane. That one is not, I don't think I technically can play this one, even though I love that song. It's the one song in my playlist that is not from Paul or DJ, so I might get copyright struck for that one, so we gotta skip it. But Deathloop was like the last Bethesda game that was a PlayStation exclusive for a year until we got it on Xbox, then it came to Game Pass, so looks pretty interesting with the whole time loop mechanic. Deep Rock Galactic, I'm finally going to be starting that, and that's all due to Paul. Let's see here. The Doom 1+2 remake that came out recently. I've played Dooms 1 and 2, but I haven't played the 1+2, so I'll be playing that one. I'll be playing Doom Eternal again, my favorite shooter ever, but I'll be doing the Windows version, so I'll be able to get achievements for it again, and then I'll be playing Dark Ages. So I'm going to be doing 2016... and then Eternal, and then Dark Ages, so it'll still be a little while till I get to Dark Ages, because I'm going to play 2016 and Eternal again. Unfortunately, I have no way to play 2016 again and still get Xbox achievements. I could buy it on Steam and get Steam achievements, but I'm not really as interested in that, so I'll just be playing through Doom 2016 again. I won't be getting any achievements, because I already have all the achievements for it. But when I do Eternal, I'll be able to get achievements for it again, because I'll be doing the Windows version rather than the Xbox version, which I already have all the achievements for. And then I'll go into Doom Dark Ages. So I'm very much looking forward to playing that. From what I've seen about Dark Ages, I know I'm going to enjoy it, but I don't think it's going to overtake Doom Eternal for me. I think Doom Eternal is still going to be my favorite Doom. Draconic Resurgence is a Metroidvania on Xbox where they released a Xbox One, a Series X, and a Windows version. So I picked up all of those. So that'll help boost up my Metroidvania standings. Dredge, I got that, either someone gifted it to me or I won it in a raffle. And it just literally came to Game Pass like a month or two ago, but I already own it. Duke Nukem 20th Anniversary. I've never played a Duke Nukem game, so it'll be my first time playing a Duke Nukem game. Ebenezer's another Metroidvania. Elden Ring. I'll be doing Elden Ring. Don't plan on doing it on stream, but I will be doing Elden Ring. The Oblivion remake. I'm very much looking forward to that because I love Oblivion. I haven't played it in, probably close to 15 years, so get to play it again with prettier graphics and achievements. I'm all for it. These are all Elliot Quest, Ender Magnolia, and Endless Memories are Metroidvanias that have not gone on a big enough sale yet that I have not picked them up, but I'm hoping to. I've heard great things about Enslaved Odyssey of the West. It was a 360 game, and even though the game is only like $10, it's got like two like $10 DLCs or something. So altogether, it's like $25 for the game and all the DLC, which is a bit high for a 360 game that's that old. So I have not picked it up yet. But I've heard good things about it. Evil West, I just bought a week or two ago because Carl was raving about it. And it is entirely playable in co-op. So Carl and I may do that together. We'll see. But he said a lot of good things. Exographer and Exile's End are a couple more Metroidvanias. Exophobia, I actually had the concept for this game in my list of games I want to see come to reality. This looks and plays like classic Doom in that it looks like a DOS game, but it just came out a couple years ago. It does not have the Metroidvania tag, at least not on Xbox. But I played the demo on my last Metroidvania Monday, where I did a bunch of demos. I think I was back in December, and it was fun. I'm hoping that I can get the Metroidvania tag on it on Xbox, because you acquire new abilities that allow you to reach new areas of the map. So it definitely should be a Metroidvania. It's only $15 full price, so if it doesn't go on sale before I finish my dive of all these new games, I'm going to pick this one up absolutely for sure. Here's another one. Fallout 3, the Games for Windows Live version. If I can get it to work, I will do it, but otherwise I'll have to scrap that one off the list. I wasn't going to do New Vegas, but everyone's like, New Vegas is the best Fallout, you got to do it. So like, all right, I'll play New Vegas. Far Cry 3. I've never played any of the proper Far Cry games, so I picked up Far Cry 3. I think that was also Far Cry 3 and Far Cry Primal were both ones that Carl's like, you should play them. They're pretty good. So I picked them up when they were a couple dollars. I played the Xbox Live Arcade version of Far Cry Blood Dragon. And then they re-released like a remastered version on Xbox One, and I loved Blood Dragon, so when it went on a steep sale, I picked it up so I can play it again and get achievements for it. So I played Blood Dragon, never played any of the other Far Cries, though. Pheromonium's another Metroidvania, Feudal Allies, a Metroidvania, Flasco Man, I think it's a puzzle game. Foregon's another Metroidvania, Forma 8's a Metroidvania. Fuzzball's a free-to-play game with a pretty short completion. I have no idea what kind of game it is, but it's free-to-play, and it's quick completion, so it's like, what the heck, why not? Gal Guardians did or have the Metroidvania tag, but they removed it, but I had already bought it, so it's like, well, I bought it. I'm going to play it anyways. Genesis Noir is I have no idea what genre this game is. I've seen the trailer for it, and it's kind of nuts. I have no idea how to explain it, but it's on Game Pass, and it's a pretty quick one, so I'm going to be playing that. Ghost 1.0 is another Metroidvania. Ghostbusters Remastered, I'm picking this one. I think this was also one that Carl recommended. Although I've heard a lot of people say this is like the official Ghostbusters 3, but it's a video game rather than the movie. Because they were originally going to do a movie, and the movie got scrapped, so they made the game out of it. And I've heard great things, so I was like, you know what? I'm not a huge Ghostbusters fan. Not that I dislike it or anything. I've only seen them like once. But everyone's like, it's great. So it went on sale for a couple bucks, so I picked it up. Ghost Runner 2. I loved the first one, and my buddy, IRL, Rozik, he just played this like a couple weeks ago, and he said it's even better than the first one, so I'm very much looking forward to playing Ghost Runner 2. I'm looking forward to playing GoldenEye, the GoldenEye from N64 that they re-released. Looking forward to playing that. Grime is another Metroidvania, and it's not a pixel art one, so I'm looking forward to that. Gunvolt, just like the Luminous, or the other ones I mentioned earlier, are Mega Man clones. I love Mega Man. Finally going to be playing Halo Infinite, in addition to playing that with the company boys whenever we get around to it. That's mainly my fault, because they like to do it on Sunday, and I rarely am able to stream on Sunday. But we do have to do Halo 5 first. But I will, because I was hoping that we wouldn't get to Infinite until I started my dive, and now I can confirm that we're not going to. Because I didn't want to, I was not going to play Halo Infinite till I started this dive, because it's got 144 achievements, and that would just take me that much longer to recover my dive. So if we got to Infinite before I recovered my dive, when we played it with the company boys, I was going to play it on my alternate tag. But fortunately, I don't have to worry about that, since I will be recovering it tonight. I'm going to be just like Plague Tale. I loved the first Hellblade, so I'll be playing it again, the Windows version, so I'll be able to get achievements for it again. And then I'm going to be going right into Hellblade 2, which I have not played yet. So looking forward to playing Hellblade 1 again, and then playing Hellblade 2 for the first time. The Hotline Miami games, I picked up the whole collection for like $5, and it was like 3 games. So it's my Hotline Miami's 1 and 2, and then the collection is 1 and 2 again. So I can basically get the achievements for each of the 1 and 2 twice. And I've heard it's great. I've never played Hotline Miami. I do not like the achievements in Infinite. I'm only missing a few. I don't think I'll ever complete Infinite, because it does. I'm pretty sure it also has a lasso achievement for Legendary All Skulls On, which is the reason why I will never get 100% achievements in Master Chief Collection. I might get a few more, but I finally went back and I finished getting all of the par score achievements because I got the par time achievements forever ago. But me and my buddy Rozik, we normally play Mass Effect on Friday or Saturday night. But the last couple weekends, I was like, hey, would you mind playing through Halo Master Chief Collection because he's a big Halo fan as well. And work on the par score achievements because they're a lot easier to do in co-op than they are solo. So he's like, yeah, heck yeah. So we went through and we got the rest of my par score achievements. And after I get back from my trip, I'm gonna help him go back. He doesn't really care about achievements as much, but he's like, if I get achievements, cool. But he typically doesn't go out of his way to get them. But he's like, hey, would you mind helping me get those later? I'm like, absolutely. So we're gonna play through and get a few more of those par score achievements for his account once I get back to it. But I will never get 100% Master Chief Collection because of the lasso achievements. But I currently have 666 achievements in Master Chief Collection. Let's see here. I was just playing it not recently enough. Let me go to all my games. It should be in my top. Yeah, Master Chief Collection. 666 out of 700. So I only have 34 more achievements. The next achievement I will likely get is I did it in the 360 version of Reach, but I haven't done it in the Master Chief Collection of Reach, is the achievement for beating Halo Reach on Legendary solo. So I have to go back and get that achievement. All the rest of the achievements I have left, besides the lasso ones, are all for like multiplayer, and I have not played much multiplayer. So I probably won't get a whole lot more achievements in this unless I get back to playing it in multiplayer, which I don't like PvP, so unlikely I'll ever get those multiplayer achievements. And they're very grindy, because a lot of them are like, get 1,000 of this or 250 of this, and it's like something you get like maybe once every couple games. So there is a scarab gun like way of doing it that I think oh, you're right, I heard about that. So maybe I will get 100% in Infinite. We still see. I haven't even actually looked at the achievement. I glanced through the achievement set for Halo Infinite like a long time ago, but I haven't looked at it recently, so I don't really know what the achievements look like. But I do remember hearing something about there was the scarab gun and they took it out, but then they added it back in and it doesn't void achievements. So maybe I will get all the achievements. Who knows? I should get most of them. I think I'll probably, because like, what do we say here? 144? Halo Infinite, yeah, 144. I would think, without even looking at the achievements, I would think that I'd probably get like at least 120 of them. It really depends on how many are multiplayer based. I have no idea how many are multiplayer based. Oh, you haven't done it yet either. So maybe we'll do it together. The lasso for Infinite is cake. Oh, is it because of the scarab gun? That would make sense if the lasso is easy. If the scarab gun does not void achievements, then I wouldn't say it's cake, but it would be far, far easier than lasso in Master Chief Collection, because there is a scarab gun skull, but I think it's only in Halo 2, but it voids achievements from what I hear. I only used it once or twice just to screw around with it and see how it works. I don't think I ever used it for anything like achievement hunting related. You question my Halo fan status. Infinite's the only one I haven't played, and I've read a good chunk of the Halo books. So don't you be questioning my Halo fanness. I've got them all right up there. I didn't read. I have the ones from Greg Bear, Cryptum and Primordium, which goes way back in the past. I have those ones. I haven't read them yet, but all of the rest of those I've read. So get out of here with that. I've only beaten Slasso for Reach, single legendary all skulls on. My goal is to do the rest. I would be mad impressed if you do that, because I'm not even planning on doing that. So you can rub that in my face if you're able to beat Reach solo legendary all skulls on, because I guarantee you I will never do that. So let's see here. Iconoclast is another Metroidvania. Immortals of Avium. That was the last EA Originals game where you're like it's basically like, modern Doom, but you're like a wizard and you throw magic. It looked really cool. Extra Zero said it was great. I picked it up when it was on sale for like $8. I do have access to it because it's on EA Play, but I picked it up, so I own that one. And I'm very much looking forward to playing that one. That one looked like a lot of fun. Imp of the Sun is another Metroidvania. I've heard a lot of good things about the Indiana Jones game, so I'm going to be playing that. Indivisible is another Metroidvania. Insanely Twisted Shadow Planet is another Metroidvania back from the Xbox 360 arcade days. Intrepid Izzy, another Metroidvania. Ion Fury's a fast-paced boomer shooter. I just picked this one up probably like a month or so ago. Iris Fall, I don't remember. Island Saver. Islets. This is another Metroidvania from the guy who did Crypt Custodian, which is coming to Game Pass in a couple weeks. This was the game he did before that, which I haven't played. The game he did before that was Sheepo, which is the very first video on my channel, because I knew I was going to start my channel eventually, but I did a speedrun video guide for it, and I needed somewhere to post it, so I recorded it, me doing it on my here, and then I created my channel, because like I'm going to be streaming it eventually. It was like a year before I actually started the YouTube thing, but I was like, I'm going to start my channel eventually. So I recorded it and I put it up on my channel. It was the only thing on my channel for like a year until I started streaming. But that was Sheepo. Was his first game. Then Islets is his second. His third one is Crypt Custodian, and his fourth one, I just heard today that he's working on a new one, but I have not even heard what the title is. I will never read the Greg Bear books. Yeah, I picked them up just because they were Halo books, and then I never got around to reading them. And then I don't know if it was you that told me, but someone was like, "Yeah, they're not that great." So. Hold on. Oh. No, never mind. I was like, wait a minute. There might be another Halo book that I have that's out on my front bookshelf, but nope, it's up there. Sorry. I also never read The Thursday War, but all the rest of them I did read. But I think... Oh, that one's Karen Travis, so that one might be pretty good. Canadian, did you read Thursday War? If so, how was that one? Itora is another Metroidvania. It Takes Two, like you were talking about earlier, Joseph Ferris. I'll need a co-op partner for this. I'll probably play it with Carl, because he said he got through most of it, but he wasn't able to finish it because his co-op partner was not a full gamer and wasn't able to do what needed to be done in order to beat the game. So I think Carl and I are probably going to be doing this one. Journey to the Savage Planet, I talk about this one a ton. I love this game. I just finished the Xbox One, or the Series X version. Yeah, not yesterday, Tuesday. I got the last achievement for it because the last achievement I had was for beating it in co-op. So I got that one. So I've now beaten the Xbox One version. I did that years ago. And then I beat the Xbox Series X version just a couple days ago, and then I have not played the Windows version, but I'm happy to play it over again on the Windows version because I love this game. So I'll have played this game for achievements on Xbox 3 times, and I have no problem with that because I love this game. And the sequel, oh, I don't have it here because they're alphabetical. The sequel, Revenge of the Savage Planet, just came out a couple weeks ago, and I am very much looking forward to playing that one as well. So that one's farther down the list. So they are thick books to read, like science papery books. So you didn't read Morta Dicta? No, I did not. I don't even think I've heard of that one. Karen Travis, Kilo 5 trilogy is awesome. Is that also Halo? I don't think I've heard of that one either. Glasslands, Thursday War, and Mortal Dictata? I've never even heard of Mortal Dictata. But yeah, I have Glasslands and Thursday War up there. But I never read Thursday War, and I've never even heard of Mortal Dictata. Or Kilo 5 trilogy. Is Kilo 5 in the Halo universe, or is that like her own, she created her own universe? So you'll have to let me know. Though I think Glasslands was Karen Travis, so I read that one. The first Karen Travis book I ever read was the Asphofields, which is the first Gears of War book. That was written by Karen Travis as well. But Jasant, the climbing game, that one looks like fun. Kalanur, another Metroidvania. Kaze and the Wild Mass, platformer in the vein of Donkey Kong Country. Shout out to, I don't know if you're still over there on Twitch, but shout out to Rocker Dude, because he's the one who introduced me to this game like years ago. I picked it up not long after he talked about it on the AH101 podcast, and I'll finally get around to playing it. And I've introduced the Melee crew to it, and they liked it as well. And I always give a shout out to Rocker Dude because he told me about it, and I've told other people about it, and I haven't even played it yet. I picked up Kena Bridge of Spirits on Steam because it was a PlayStation exclusive. And then, not long after I bought it on Steam, it came to Xbox. I was like, dang it, if I would have known it was coming to Xbox, I wouldn't have bought it on Steam. So, if it goes on a big enough sale, I'll pick it up, but I probably won't be diving that one. This is a game that just came to Game Pass a couple days ago. I know nothing about it, but it looks like it could be a pretty quick completion, and I think it's a puzzle game, so I was like, why the heck not? Laika's another Metroidvania. Let's see here. Okay, so Glasslands, Thursday War, and Mortal Dictata are the Kilo 5 trilogy, and they are canon. I would assume that they're canon, so okay, cool. If that's the case, I'll need to look, like I said, I've got Glasslands and Thursday War. I just didn't ever read Thursday War. I never even heard of Mortal Dictata, so I'll have to pick that one up, and I'll have to read those eventually. I'll have to read through Glasslands again, because it was so long ago. I vaguely remember it, but I will keep, you know what, let me put that on my notes here. Halo, let's see, Halo Kilo 5 trilogy. I'm assuming the order you listed them is the order that they are chronologically. So Glasslands, Thursday War, and Mortal Dictata. That one I'll have to look for because I don't have that one. So, cool. You will not regret reading them. Awesome. All right. You already know how Travis' writing is. These books are some of her best. Awesome. So, all right. Well, in that case, I don't know when I'll ever get around to reading it. Because I rarely ever read it. I used to read a ton, but that's because the job I had was sit there and wait for a customer, and with her, we didn't have a customer, then I could sit there and I could read. So, yes, and that is the order. Okay, I figured as much. So I don't read a whole lot, but I'll have to pick up Mortal Dictata, and I'll read through the 3 of those at some point. I just have no idea when. Maybe if Paul does a book club on them, that'll give me the incentive to, that's the, what was it? We did the Fall of Reach, right? On Paul's book club. That's the first novel I've read in years. That was fun to read that one again. So that would probably get me to read them. Oh, that's one of the things is on my trip here in a few weeks, I'm going to be taking, because, you know, I'll be on a cruise, so I'll have some time to read. I'm going to be taking a couple of my Star Wars books that I have that I never read. I think the first one I'm going to read, because I've had it forever, and everyone says it's one of the best books, and I've still never read it. I know a lot of the gist of it, but I've never read it myself, so I'll probably read it while I'm gone, is the Plagueis book. So maybe I'll take one of my Halo books. If I get through a couple of my Star Wars books, maybe I'll read a Halo book. Maybe we'll see. Since I'll be gone for 2.5 weeks, I'll have a lot of time on a cruise ship and on a plane. So maybe I'll get some reading done. But yeah, Laika, that's another Metroidvania. La Mulana. So 1 and 2. These are probably the most puzzle complex Metroidvanias I've ever seen in my life. They're very divisive. Some people in my Xbox, my Metroidvania community love them, and some people hate them. There's a lot of threads you can go look for online, and people like show their notes. Like people like filled notebooks of notes because some of the puzzles are so obscure. You have to take note of something that's over here on this side of the world, and it doesn't give you any hint that what you need to use it with is this item way on the other side of the world. So you got to take really good notes. And there are walkthroughs out there, but it kind of ruins the game since it's so puzzle focused. So if you like puzzle Metroidvanias, look into La Mulana. They are pixel arts, and they got a kind of a cutesy art style, but they are quite complicated. So you are an EU apologist and haven't read everything. No, I have not read everything. I've read a good chunk of the EU. But yes, like most people, I've not read everything. I'm pretty sure there are very few people who have read all of the EU. That was my goal at one point, was to read all of the EU, but it just kept growing and growing. I'm like, I can't even keep up with the books that they're releasing, much less catch up on all the old ones that I haven't read yet. So I doubt I will ever read them all. But I do love the EU, and that is proper Star Wars, and EU is canon. Let's see here. Mad Max. I've heard lots of great things about this game. Picked it up, I think, for like $5. It's like one of those underrated gems, and one of a it takes place in the same universe as the movie, but it's not exactly based on any of the movies. Although it is, it takes place more so. The style of the game is more so the Mad Max, Fury Road, kind of in that kind of style rather than the classic Mel Gibson ones. But I've heard this is a great game, so looking forward to playing Mad Max. Magical Delicacy is a Metroidvania on Game Pass. Mars 2120 is also a Metroidvania. The Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I cannot wait to play through the Mass Effect games again because it's been a very long time since I played the campaign. So I'm very much looking forward to playing through all three of them again. Mega Man 11, the one mainline Mega Man game I have not played yet. So looking forward to playing that. What I'm probably going to do is, for our challenge this year, since you get more points for playing consecutive games, I'm going to play through the classic Mega Mans 1 through 10 here on my Retroid. So I get a lot of bonus points, and then go into Mega Man 11. Oh, so here's the games I was talking about earlier that are the Microsoft suite of mobile games. The Microsoft Jigsaw, Microsoft Treasure Hunt, Microsoft Solitaire, and Microsoft Mahjong. Did I get it right this time, Canadian? Mahjong? Not Mahjong or Mahjong or whatever I said. Mahjong, I think, is correct. So let me know if that was correct or not. So these ones, I should be able to play most of these from my phone and get achievements while I'm away. Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor. I love this game, which I've already played it twice. The Xbox One has 2 versions. The original one, and then there was the Game of the Year edition that had all the DLC included. I completed both of them because I love this game so much. And before the 360 store shut down, I bought the 360 version. And it's even easier because the hardest part of the Xbox One version are the challenge modes for the DLC. The 360 version doesn't have the DLC, so I don't have to do that again. But I get to play through Shadow of Mordor one more time and still get achievements. Looking forward to that. I will be playing Mighty Number 9 for the first time because that's like one of those Kickstarter horror stories. Everyone says it's terrible. From everything that I've seen, it looks like a good game. It's Kenji Inafune who created Mega Man, so it's like it's got to play and look and feel like Mega Man, right? So I picked that up on the 360 store before it shut down, so I'll finally be able to give my 2 cents on Mighty Number 9, and if it's as bad as everyone says it is. Mine Seas is another Metroidvania on Xbox, and just like Draconic Resurgence, they released an Xbox Series X, and Xbox One, and a Windows version, and they're $17 each, so I'm going to wait till those go on a steep sale. I'm not buying those full price. Got a couple stacks of Minecraft, the Windows version, the iOS, and the Android version. I'm going to play them all for achievements, and that will also probably help me keep my streak alive, since my Retroid is Android-based, so I can play the Android version of Minecraft and get achievements. And I can... No, the Windows version wouldn't work, but I can also play the iOS version and get achievements for it as well. So that game will also help me keep my streak alive while I'm away. Momodora, and both of these are Metroidvanias. This one, Moonlit Farewell, just came out not that long ago. Lowest Expectation was saying some good stuff about this one. Hasn't been on a big enough sale yet, so I haven't picked it up. Monster Boy, also Metroidvania. Monster Sanctuary, I've played the Xbox One version of this one, but this is the Windows version, so I'll finally be playing the Windows version, and now that I know what I'm getting into, I'll be able to play through it much better and efficiently than I did the first time. Speaking of Lowest Expectations, he just started streaming this game over on his channel a couple nights ago. Mullet Mad Jack, this just came to Game Pass recently, a very fast-paced boomer shooter, and it's funny, an episode of Party Chat version 1.0, when Mark the Cyborg was a co-host, there was an episode where he was playing this while we were doing Party Chat, and then like a year later it comes to Game Pass, so how fortuitous. Nightmare Boy and Nine Souls, and a couple of more Metroidvanias, a bunch of Ninja Gaiden games, the Ninja Gaiden Sigma games, 1 and 2, and Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge, all part of the Master Ninja Collection, which is on Game Pass, and I think I heard it's leaving Game Pass soon. I own it because I love Ninja Gaiden, so it doesn't matter if it leaves Game Pass, but, and then Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, I cannot wait to play this one, because, you guys know how much I love Ninja Gaiden, and it's Ninja Gaiden 2, which is phenomenal, with a new, sweeter, 20 years, close to 20 years newer coat of paint. It looks beautiful. I can't wait to play it. No Man's Sky, from what I hear, it's got a very similar, hook to it as Subnautica, but in space, and you got, full galaxy to explore. So it's on Game Pass. I have it on my wish list so I can pick it up. It goes on sale for a good, like 50% off often, but that's still like $30 because it's full price at 60. But if it goes on a bigger sale, I may pick it up, even though it is on Game Pass, because I'm having a feeling I'm gonna like that game a lot. Nuclear Blade, Null Drifter is another shoot 'em up. Odalus in Metroidvania, a bunch of Oddworld games. I had New and Tasty and Soulstorm, which are remasters of some of the older games. I never played them in their entirety, but I played them over at a friend's house, and I liked them, and now I get to play through them in their entirety. I wasn't going to pick up Stranger's Wrath because it plays very differently. It's a first-person shooter, but I saw it on a video list of game like hidden gems, where a lot of people didn't play this one, but it's a really good game from what I hear. So I was like, yeah, it was on sale for $5, so I picked it up. Everyone loves Okami. I've never played it, so I'll be playing Okami for the first time. I've got 2 more versions of Ori and the Blind Forest to play. I've got the Switch version, as I mentioned earlier, and the original Blind Forest version, because there's the Blind Forest and there's Blind Forest Definitive Edition. That's the one I've already 100%ed. This is the original one, which you only can get by buying the Definitive Edition. And they added a whole extra section to the game in the Definitive Edition. This one doesn't have it. And there's a couple quality of life improvements they added in the Definitive Edition that this one doesn't have as well. So it won't be quite as good as the Definitive Edition, but if I can play Ori again for achievements, I'm all for it, because Ori is my favorite Metroidvania of all time. Of course, more specifically, the second one, Will of the Wisps, but unfortunately, that one doesn't have multiple stacks like the first one does. There's 3 stacks of the first one. There's only 1 stack of the second one. I wish I could play. It had separate stacks on the second one, but Outbuddies and Owlboy, another Metroidvania, Phanatopia, Metroidvania, Planet Alpha. I got that through Games with Gold. I think it's a platformer. Power Slave. I've heard that this is like a boomer shooter. It's Metroidvania-like. So I picked it up. It doesn't have the Metroidvania tag, but I've heard it's Metroidvania-like in a first-person shooter. So I was like, that sounds good to me. Pray for the Gods is basically the closest thing we'll get on Xbox to Shadow of the Colossus, which I've heard is a great game. So I'll be playing Pray for the Gods, and it's kind of like an homage to Shadow of the Colossus. Prey 2017, I've heard nothing but good things about. Looking forward to playing that. My buddy Rozik played it recently. He said it's phenomenal. And here we go. Probably my #1 most anticipated Metroidvania to play, and will be the first one I play on Metroidvania Monday after getting through the Metroid franchise, Prince of Persia: Lost Crown. I cannot wait to play this game. Played the demo. I loved it, and everything I've heard about it is fantastic. Project Wingman. I picked this one up because of James would not shut up about it. He says how good a game it is, so it went on sale for super cheap, so I picked it up because of his prompting. The Prototype games. I loved the original Prototype on 360. I never did complete it. I still have like 2 achievements left. One for getting all the platinum medals, and I have probably like 7 or 8 platinum medals left, and they are just a royal pain in the butt, and I have not been able to get them. I'll probably go back and get them eventually, but it's super difficult. And I never beat it on the hard difficulty. That's probably easier than getting the platinum medals. But and unfortunately, the Prototype games, even though they're on there's Xbox One versions, they did not make the 360 version backwards compatible, so I can only play it on my 360. It's probably because they want you to pick up the Xbox One version. So the Prototype collection of 1 and 2 was on super steep sale, so I picked that up recently. I never played Prototype 2, so it'll be my first time playing Prototype 2. Cube remasters, love those games. They're kind of like Portal. They're first-person physics puzzlers, and I love first-person physics puzzlers. Quake 1 and 2. Never played Quake before, so I'll finally get around to playing Quake for the first time. Rayland is a couple of puzzle games. Rebel Transmute, Recore, a couple more Metroidvanias. Red Death is a shoot 'em up. Redo's another Metroidvania. Red Out, I just picked this one up, I think, last week. Looks like a really great shoot 'em up. Red Raptor, also a shoot 'em up. Relicta, I don't know. This one looked really good, so I picked it up. I think it's a first-person puzzler, kind of like Portal, but I don't know exactly how it plays, but it looks good regardless. Remnant 1, and if I like Remnant 1, I might do Remnant 2 eventually. So if anyone wants to play Remnant with me, be my co-op partner, I'm taking applications. Let me know if you want to play Remnant, because it's entirely playable in co-op, and I'd much rather play it in co-op than solo. But I've heard it's like Dark Souls with guns. But you got guns, so I think I'll like it better than Dark Souls. Renegade Ops, also a game that I did not know existed until I saw James stream it on Stream Roulette. And it's a twin-stick shooter where you play as, like, military vehicles. So I picked that up on the Xbox Live Arcade store before it shut down. I also have that on Steam as well, so I'll be able to play that on Steam. Revenge of the Savage Planet, as I mentioned, the sequel Journey to the Savage Planet just came out. And I didn't know this, but it has 2 stacks. It has the Xbox version and the Windows version, so I'm definitely going to be playing both. Carl says, Neo treats his games like a banker does his stock options. Yes. Yes, I do. I'll be playing the entire modern Tomb Raider trilogy. I've got the collection, so I've not played them before. The last Tomb Raider I think I played was like Legend or Underworld or one of the 360 ones. So I'll be playing the new collection. I also have, we'll get to it later, but I also have the 1 through 3 remaster. I don't have the 4 through 6 remaster, but if it goes on a big enough sale, I'll eventually pick it up. But I'll get to more Tomb Raiders later. The Robocock Road City. I'm very much looking forward to playing this one because I've heard nothing but good things about it. And a lot of people said this is like their game of the year for, 2023 is when it came out? And it just got a DLC announced. I don't know when the DLC is coming out, but good timing. So I'll be able to play that DLC probably fresh off of playing this game. I'll probably play this game once the DLC comes out so I can play the game and go right into the DLC. RoboQuest on Game Pass, a Borderlands-looking first-person roguelite, and James seems to really enjoy it. Romancevania, another Metroidvania, as is Rusted Moss. Rise, I was just talking about this on Top 5 the other night. Never played Rise, but I will finally play Rise. Because everyone says it was a really underrated Xbox One launch title. It was really good. Carl's planning on playing Tomb Raider soon as well. My buddy said they were good. And Canadian just got the new 1+3 remaster. I've had it for a couple of months in the anticipation of doing it for this dive, but I haven't played them yet. And I never played the original ones either. Let's all simp for Lara and do better than Melanie. And shout out to Paul. Let's see if he shows up as soon as I mention his name. Paul, are you there? If you're there, say something. Salt and Sanctuary. I will finally be playing Salt and Sanctuary. It's still to this day. I've had it on my wish list for years, and still to this day on Xbox, it's never been on sale. But I promised Paul that I will buy it for this dive. So I'll be buying it at the full $17 here in the next couple days so I can dive it for this dive. So shout out to you, Paul. I will finally play Salt and Sanctuary. Scars Above. Carl, I think you just played this on one of your streams within the last month or two. What did you think of it? It looks pretty interesting. I picked it up for a super steep sale. It looked like a cool game, so I'll be doing that. What I think will be my favorite Souls-like game, Sekiro, despite how hard it is, I think I'm going to like it a lot more than Dark Souls, because a lot more faster paced. That's one of my biggest problems with Dark Souls, is how slow paced it is. So I'll be doing Sekiro, and it's going to be hard, but I think I'm going to like it. Paul almost missed his train talking to me at the train station. No, you did not play Scars Above. I thought you did. I didn't yet, but I'm planning to. Okay. Oh, I swear you had it scheduled and I saw it. Did you cancel that stream then, or am I getting it mixed up with another game? So, Severed Steel, another boomer shooter, very fast-paced boomer shooter. That looks like a lot of fun. Shadow Man, very similar to Power Slave. I heard this was like a N64 game, and I've heard it's I don't know if I think it's third person. It looked very odd, but my friends told me it was very Metroidvania-esque, and I would probably like it, so I picked it up. I think it was on sale for $5. I know very little about it, other than I was recommended that I would like it since it has Metroidvania elements. Like I said, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, I'm going to be playing all the new ones. Shady Part of Me is a very Limbo-like 2D platformer. Puzzle platformer, and that looks like a lot of fun. I think it just came to Game Pass, but I already own it, so. Shantae and the Seven Sirens is the only Shantae Metroidvania I have not played yet. I have Half Genie Hero, but that's not a Metroidvania, that's just a platformer, so I'm not playing that one. But I have played Risky's Revenge and, what's the other one? There's another Shantae game that I played. That was a Metroidvania. But Seven Sirens I have not played yet, so I'll be playing that. Shoot One Up, also a shoot 'em up, which looks like a lot of fun. Sifu. Everyone should know Sifu. I bought this, and then it came to Game Pass. Oh, well. But looks like a really awesome, kung fu game. Let's see here. I did, but that's when my winter depression hit me, so I was wonky during these ones. Oh, okay, so you were planning on it, you just didn't end up streaming it, and you haven't gotten back to it. Okay. Gotcha. So, but I'll be playing Scars Above as well, and it looks interesting. Scatfold Usurper, another Metroidvania. Slain is a platformer. Slaycation Paradise. I picked this up not too long ago for a couple bucks. Zombie survival isometric game. Sniper Ghost Warrior. That looked cool because the sniper game looks like a lot of fun. Soma, I've heard, because I'm a huge fan of Subnautica, everyone's like, you got to play Soma, even though it's not like an underwater... It is an underwater survival game, but it's not crafting. It's more of like a BioShock. And they say it's got a great story. So, Song of the Deep is another Metroidvania. I believe... I know this one also takes place underwater. I just don't know much of the details other than it's a Metroidvania. I don't own it yet, but I will probably pick it up since it's only $15. Soldiers, another Metroidvania. Space Jam is free to play. Heard it's terrible, but it's quick completion. Spirit of the North, that was on Game Pass, and I was going to panic play it before it left Game Pass, but it went on sale for like $2, so I picked it up after it left Game Pass. Spiritfarer, another game. It was on Game Pass. I've heard great things about it. It left Game Pass, so I was like, all right, well, I'm not going to play it. And then it went on sale, and I bought it, and then it came back to Game Pass, and then it left Game Pass again. But I own it, so even though it's come and gone from Game Pass twice, I've heard it's a great, great heartfelt story, so I'll be playing that. Split Fiction, I'm anticipating that it's EA. It'll come to EA Play, which means it'll be on Game Pass Ultimate. So once it comes to Game Pass Ultimate, I will play it. And Carl and I are planning on playing it again. And I plan to play through it again with the intent of getting achievements, because I played through it in its entirety with Carl, but since I was using the Buddy Pass, because he's the one that bought the game, the Buddy Pass players don't get any achievements. So I played through the whole thing and didn't get any achievements, but once it comes to Game Pass, I'll be able to play it again and get the achievements as well. And I have no problem playing again because it was a great game. Your wife loves Spiritfarer. I've heard great things about it, so I'm pretty sure I will enjoy it as well. I've heard it's got a great story. Bunch of Star Wars games. Bounty Hunter Remaster, Dark Forces Remaster, Jedi Survivor, not a remaster, but, and then Star Wars Outlaws, I will be playing that as well, and I did not have to buy it. Jason was kind enough to provide me with a code to it because of, he had one from GameStop. And we were talking about it on Top 5, and I was like, it's a Star Wars game, so I'm going to play it. And I was like, it's a Ubisoft game, so it'll go on a super steep sale, and then afterwards, he's like, hey, are you serious about Star Wars Outlaws? I was like, yeah, I'm going to play it. He's like, all right, well, I've got a code if you want it. I'm like, absolutely. So I got to own it for free. And I've heard they made a lot of quality of life improvements, and it actually plays like a pretty decent game now. That's what I hear. I'll be able to give my own 2 cents on it, eventually, but I will be playing it. I'm going to play Starfield as well. Carl really enjoyed it. It's another Bethesda game in space. Like I always say, I'll take sci-fi over fantasy 9 times out of 10. So hopefully by the time I get around to actually playing it in its entirety, there'll be even more quality of life improvements, because I know a lot of people are like, there needs to be vehicles, and I think they might have added a vehicle for getting around faster. So hopefully I won't have a lot of those issues a lot of people who played it early on will have. SteamWorld Dig 1 and 2, a couple more Metroidvanias. They are also on Game Pass, but I own them. Strider, I played the Xbox One version, but I'm also been playing the Xbox 360 arcade version, which is no longer available since it's digital only and not backwards compatible. The Styx games. Someone just convinced me to add these. They were talking about them in chat on one of my streams within the last week or so. And they're like, because we were talking about Splinter Cell. Oh, it was when we were doing top 5 dead franchises that need to be revived. I was talking about Splinter Cell needs to be revived. And they're like, if you like Splinter Cell and stealth games, which I do, they're like, you'll probably really enjoy the Styx games. I'm like, I have them via Games with Gold, but I wasn't ever planning on playing them. And whoever it was, I don't remember who it was. I think it might have been Christian Frades. But someone in chat was like, you should play him. You'll probably like him. So like, all right, I'll go ahead and throw him on the list. So I added those to the list just a week or so ago. Subdivision Infinity, a shoot 'em up. Sublevel Zero. I was talking about this last night. Let's see here. I wasn't live last night on Party Chat, I think. Sublevel Zero is a spiritual successor to Descent, which I didn't even know what this genre was called until a couple months ago, where like this spaceship, you're like in this internal space. You're not out in space, but you're like in a spaceship, but you're in a 3D environment, so you can easily get disoriented because there really is no up or down. And the genre is called 6 Degrees of Freedom. So I looked into it, and I picked up a couple on Steam, and I actually streamed one on my last roulette stream, and it was a lot of fun. This game is very similar to it, so it's one of those 6 Degrees of Freedom games. I'm very much looking forward to playing that. Submerged Hidden Depths is the sequel to Submerged, which I really enjoyed the first one. Sunset Overdrive. Shout out to Insomniac for giving us an Xbox exclusive that was also an Xbox One launch title that I've never played, and everyone's like, it was a lot of fun, you should play it. So I was like, all right, I'll go ahead and play it. It is on Game Pass, but I picked up the Ultimate Edition for $5, and it has all the DLC, because Game Pass doesn't have DLC. I don't know, I was getting into an argument with someone, because someone was like, yeah, Game Pass usually has the DLC. I'm like, no, it doesn't. There's like 1 or 2 games that come with the DLC. Rise is one of them. But Game Pass never includes DLC. You have to buy the DLC separately, which is why there are a bunch of Game Pass games where I own the DLC, and the game has since left Game Pass, and I no longer have access to the game, but I own the DLC. Sunset Overdrive is mid. Well, it looks like a lot of fun, because like a zombie shooting crackdown game in like a Tony Hawk style sort of game where, you know, you're grinding and stuff. So it looks like a lot of fun. I never had anything against it. I just never got around to playing it, and I heard a lot of good things. So I was like, you know what? I'll go ahead and... At this point, it's not too terribly difficult to convince me to put a game into my dive. So, like Super Hot Mind Control Delete. I just added this one a couple days ago because the concept of the game is really cool. Time only moves when you move, and it's a first-person puzzle shooter. I was like, why the heck not? Super Rebellion, another shoot 'em up. Super Epic Metroidvania. Super Liminal, a first-person physics puzzler. Super Land, I did play the Xbox version, but the Windows version has never gone on sale, so I'm waiting for it to go on sale. I don't think it ever will, so I'll probably have to buy it full price. Great first-person Metroidvania puzzler. Loved the game. One of the very few first-person Metroidvanias we have outside of the Metroid Prime games. So looking forward to playing that again at some point for achievements. Tales of Kenzera, very similar to Prince of Persia Lost Crown. This actually comes to Game Pass, I think like today. Got announced it's coming to Game Pass today or within the next couple days. But I already own it. Danger of the Ooze, I've heard is, you know, Ninja Turtles, I've heard is not a good game. But it's a Metroidvania, so I'm playing it. Canadian says, Carl the Contrarian, I see. Because so many people say Sunset Overdrive is great, and Carl's like, it's mid. Tempopo just came to Game Pass, and it looks like a fun little puzzle game. So I'll play that. Terminator Resistance along with RoboCop. I'm very much looking forward to playing this one because everyone says it's a great underrated game. And Teslagrad. Teslagrad was on True Achievements. It was originally listed as a Metroidvania, but they removed the Metroidvania tag. But it's very Metroidvania elements in a puzzle platformer. So I picked them all up, even though remastered and one are the same game. But from what I hear, I'm going to enjoy it. So I was like, I have no problem playing it twice for achievements. I really didn't like it, man. I tried, but still can't get into it. Fair enough. Fair enough. Tevi, another Metroidvania, but super... Its full price is $35. For a lot of these, though, double A tier Metroidvanias, they're usually like $20 at most, sometimes 30. So it's 35. It's gone on sale for 21, but still not steep enough sale for me. So I'll pick it up when it goes on a bigger sale. I can't take you serious with the Eagle Pope. Oh, talking about Carl. Aquatic Adventure, that's another Metroidvania. This one is kind of like, I think this one is similar to Song of the Deep. Because I know this one you play as a little submarine under the ocean, so it's very similar to Insanely Twisted Shadow Planet, in that it's 2D, but you move up and down through the ocean. You get abilities that allow you to progress through the map. So that one looks like a lot of fun. Bounty Huntress, also a Metroidvania. I think it's Bounty Huntress. I might be getting it mixed up with... Oh, I'm thinking of... Night Witch, because Night Witch was a Metroidvania. I did play that one, and that's like a bullet hell Metroidvania. That's pretty interesting. I think Bounty Huntress is similar, but I could just be getting it mixed up. Case of the Golden Isles on Game Pass. That's a puzzle game. Complex is an FMV game, so that'll be interesting. The Darkness games. Shout out to James. I also picked these up on his recommendation because he's said how good these games were. I played the demo of the first one way back in the day on my Xbox demo discs. I thought it was interesting, but he says the Darkness games are great. So I picked up both of them on a super steep sale, so I'll be playing those. The Windows version of Skyrim, apparently you can beat it very quickly. But you can't do that on the Xbox version, so I still have a lot to do on the Xbox version. I was actually just playing the Xbox version yesterday to get an achievement, because True Achievement does a monthly, like, game of the month sort of thing, and this month it's Skyrim, so I went and got an achievement in Skyrim, so it counted towards playing the game of the month, and it also, one more achievement towards getting my recovery on my dive. Entropy Center. Another Portal-like first-person physics puzzler. Looks fantastic. Very much looking forward to it. The Expanse here is another Telltale game in the Expanse universe. So, choose your own story sort of thing. I love those Telltale games. The Guys, another Metroidvania. I have not picked up yet, but it's very cheap, so I will. Gunk is I think a 3D puzzle platformer on Game Pass. I'll be playing that. Let's see here. A couple point-and-click adventures. Kingsburg, the platformer. Last Campfire. I don't know what kind of game this is, but I've heard it's good. So I picked that one up. Last Faith. This is a blatant Blasphemous ripoff. Hasn't been on a big enough sale yet, so I don't own it, but I will be picking up eventually, but I'm looking forward to playing it. It looks exactly like a clone of Blasphemous. Mobius Machine is another Metroidvania. Stanley Parable. I don't know what to say about Stanley Parable other than it's all about you. It's just you in this office building and the narrator, and you just doing all the things that wrong in order to mess with the narrator. So that'll be an interesting one. Talos Principles 1 and 2, looking forward to playing those. Another first-person physics puzzler. They look fantastic. Talos 1 just got a remaster, which I will pick that up when it goes on a big enough sale because I love these types of games. So playing it twice for achievements, I have no problem with that. Time Spinner, another Metroidvania. Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I loved Wildlands. I wasn't keen on Breakpoint because it was basically like The Division with gear scores, but I've heard you can turn that off and it plays like a standard Ghost Recon game, so I was like, you know what? I'll go ahead and pick it up. So if anyone wants to play Breakpoint with me, let me know. If you can play it entirely in co-op, just like Wildlands, because I played 95% of my Wildlands in 2 to 3 player co-op, and it was a lot of fun. So if anyone wants to play Breakpoint with me, I'll be happy to play in co-op with you. Here we go, to Tomb Raiders. I never played Underworld, so I'll be playing Underworld. That's a 360 one. I'll be playing all the modern Tomb Raider games, Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and Rise of the Tomb Raider, and the Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 remasters. I'll add 4, 5, and 6 remasters once they go on a big enough sale. Yes, you can turn the gear scores off in Breakpoint. From what I hear, I Googled it and confirmed it myself. I have not played it yet myself, but that is the one reason why I bought it, Breakpoint, when it went on a big sale, is because you can turn the gear scores off. You couldn't at launch, but they added it in after the fact. That's the reason why I bought Breakpoint. Dude, I loved Wildlands. Me too! I love Wildlands. So maybe we need to play some Breakpoint if you pick it up when it goes on another sale. I will keep an eye on it, and I will let you know when it goes on sale in case you want to pick it up on Xbox. We can play it sometime. Let me, which version? For me, obviously the Xbox version. If a game exists on Xbox, that's where I'm going to play it first and foremost. So let me, I removed it from my wish list because I already bought it when it went on sale. Let's see what the biggest sale it was. I think biggest sale was $9. I think I bought it for either 10 or 15. So pretty close to its biggest sale. But I will go ahead and add it to my wish list here. So I'll get notified next time it goes on sale, and I'll let you know if you're interested in it. You can take action on it or not, but I'd be happy to play Breakpoint because I loved Wildlands. Like Borderlands, I don't really want to play it solo. I will if I have to, but I'd much rather play it in co-op. Word, let me know when it goes on sale on Xbox. I absolutely will let you know when it goes on sale. It's a Ubisoft game, so they go on sale all the time. You know what? Let me go back to it real quick. And we can look at... what the heck? Where's the chart? There's supposed to be a little chart here, a little graph, and it shows you how many times it's been on sale, like within the last 6 months. I don't know why it's not there. Lame. Watch, I go to Breakpoint, not Breakpoint, if I go to, let me go to Wildlands and see if it has it there. Yeah, see, I 100% into Wildlands. 164 hours in Wildlands. I love this game. That was a lot of fun. Why does it not have... Oh! Wrong tab. It's this one. That's what I was looking for. Let me go back to Breakpoint. Now that I remember... Oh, I gotta go to the other tab, dum-dum. No, the other tab is not there. Why does Breakpoint not have the tab? It's supposed to be that tab here that shows you the graph on how often it's been on sale. It's Ubisoft. They go on sale all the time, so I will let you know when it goes on sale, Canadian. Dude, I wanted to enjoy that game, but the dumb Division gear score ruined it. Exactly. That's why as soon as they announced it, I had zero interest in it. Because, like, this is just Division. If I wanted Division, I'd go play Division. I don't want that. That's why I'm playing Ghost Recon. But they got rid of it, so now you can play it without the gear score. So, I will absolutely let you know when it goes on sale. Tornado Outbreak, shout out to Carl. I picked this one up from the 360 store before it closed, because he says it's a great game. I still have no idea what kind of game this is, but I picked it up because of Carl, so I'll be playing Tornado Outbreak, thanks to him. Trans Ruby is another Metroidvania, and one of my Metroidvania buddies was kind enough to gift this game to me. Shout out, I don't remember who it was, but shout out also Bo, Path of the Teal Lotus. My buddy Scarvasi just gifted that to me just a couple weeks ago, so shout out to Scarvasi for gifting me Bo, Path of Teal Lotus. And I want to say it was Skeptical Mario who gifted me Trans Ruby. So if I got that wrong, sorry, but I'm pretty sure it was Skeptical Mario. So shout out to Skeptical Mario for gifting that to me. Trask Quest is also Metroidvania. Tree Pang 2, basically the spiritual successor to Fear. This game looks great. Very high-end first-person shooter. It looks like a lot of fun. The one Trials game I have not played, Trials of the Blood Dragon, and it's more difficult than like all the other ones, which is why I was hesitant to play it, but I just love the Trials game so much. I was like, fine, I'll add Trials to it. Even if I don't have very high completion percentage in it, I love the Trials games. Those stupid little dirt bikes on those increasingly difficult platforming tracks, but I love the Trials games. Carl says, I have Wildlands. It went on sale recent if you had Game Pass. Oh, Wildlands is on Game Pass. I'm pretty sure it's still on Game Pass. Let me go back. Breakpoint, I don't believe. Yeah, Breakpoint is not on Game Pass. It is on Ubisoft Plus, but I believe Wildlands is still on Game Pass. Let's double check. Even though I have all the achievements, someone wants to, just have some fun messing around with Wildlands, I'd be happy to play Wildlands again. Yeah, right there. Wildlands is still on Game Pass. Any game that's on Game Pass, you can go to the Xbox store and you get a 20% discount on it. However, Ubisoft games often go on a sale, even when they're not on sale, if they're on Game Pass, you can get them for 20% off at any time. But Ubisoft games often go on sale for 50% off or more. So I would wait till it goes on a bigger sale than, 20%. But yeah, Wildlands is currently on Game Pass. Trinity Fusion. I think this does not have the Metroidvania tag, but it's very Metroidvania-esque. So I picked it up because I was like, I'll probably enjoy it. Tunic, very similar to Cocoon in that it's a isometric Zelda-like game. I've heard lots of great things about it. Turnip Boy Robs a Bank. It's funny, this Turnip Boy franchise is really cute. The first one was like a Zelda-like, classic Zelda-like. This one is a roguelite. And then the next one, I forget what they announced what the title is. This one's a little too slow-paced. Great song. Thanks for James and Kay to introducing the song to me. But too slow-paced for this stream. So we gotta... that's more like it. There we go. Shout out to Paul. I forgot what the third Turnip Boy game is. They announced the name of it, and it's going to be another genre. I don't remember what it's going to be, but yeah, shout out to the Turnip Boy games. Turok 1, 2, and 3, the remasters. I only ever played Turok 1, so this will be my first time playing through Turok. And I vaguely remember Turok because it was so long ago, so it'll be almost like a first play. Although it did come up on a roulette stream recently, so I played like the first level. But I will be playing it in its entirety for the first time in forever, and first time playthrough of Turok 2 and 3. Ultros, another Metroidvania. Unbound, puzzle platformer. Under the Waves, underwater narrative-based game. Looked interesting. Undivine, this is another Metroidvania. It just came out. Full price, $10, so I'll probably pick that up for this dive. Unepic, another Metroidvania. Unpacking is a Game Pass, quick Game Pass game. Urban Trial Tricky is if you were to mix Tony Hawk and the Trials games, because you're like on a dirt bike, but you do all sorts of like tricks and stuff. And someone on my AH101 podcast mentioned this one, so I looked into it and picked it up when it was on sale for a couple of bucks, and it looks like a really fun game. Valiant Hearts, I played the Xbox One version, but then I picked up the 360 version before the store shut down. I really enjoyed it, so I'll enjoy playing it again. It's I don't want to say, no, it's published by Ubisoft, but it looks kind of and feels like a Double Fine game. It's got this like cutesy kind of cartoony art style, but it's kind of a heartfelt story that takes place during World War II, and the game takes place over the course of a couple different characters and how their stories intermingle. Vampire Survivors. Everyone has said how good this game is. I played it when it first came out on my phone so that I wouldn't get any achievements, because I played the iOS version, because the iOS version and Android version is free. And I was like, I don't get it, so I didn't touch it again until literally a couple weeks ago, because I was scrolling through True Achievements and I found that there are a number of games that have transferable progress, so you can play them on one platform and transfer your progress to Xbox, and it'll unlock all the achievements based on the progress you've made. Warframe is another one, which is where this came from, because I was looking at Warframe and it has the transferable progress tag on it, and I was like, I wonder what other games have transferable progress. So I clicked on it and it gave me all the games that have transferable progress, and Vampire Survivors was on that list. So I was like, if I would have known that, I would have started Vampire Survivors years ago. So I've been playing Vampire Survivors on Android on my, because this is Android based, on my Retroid Flip for the last couple weeks. So once I just have to create a Vampire Survivors account, and once I do that, I sign it on here, and then sign it on Xbox, and it'll unlock all the achievements I've unlocked by playing it here, which is I think I've probably got like 40 or 50 of them so far. But I wouldn't say I've been hooked on it, but I have enjoyed the game. So, Vernal Edge, another Metroidvania. Vision Soft Reset, another Metroidvania with some really interesting time-based mechanics. Warframe, shout out to Dude. I wasn't planning on playing Warframe, but because of Dude and DJ Access and Paul, the company boys, all starting to play, I was like, fine, I'll go ahead and play it. Because like I said, it doesn't take a whole lot to get a game added to this list right now, because I'm very open to playing a lot of stuff. So I was like, fine, I'll put Warframe in there and I'll play with the guys. Warp is another 360 non-backwards compatible digital only game I picked up before the store shut down. I'm going to be doing Watch Dogs 1 and 2. I'm not going to be doing... what was the third one in London called? Watch Dogs Legion. I'm not going to be doing that one. But my buddy Rozik said Watch Dogs 1 and 2 are pretty fun. He's like, you'll enjoy them. So I picked them both up for a real steep sale. We Were Here Too. This is very similar to the Joseph Ferris style of games in that you cannot play this game solo. You have to play it with another person in co-op. However, the difference between this and the Joseph Ferris games is you don't see what your partner's doing and they can't see what you're doing, and you guys are separated and you have to talk. You can go into like a party chat. It kind of breaks some of the fun of the game because you have to find a walkie-talkie and you can only talk to each other in game by pushing the button and talking on the walkie-talkie, and you can't hear your friend unless you release the button on the walkie-talkie, and you have to feed each other hints. Like, you'll find hints that solve his puzzles, and he'll find hints that solve your puzzles. So you have to communicate really well to get through the puzzles. And there's a whole series of these games. I played the first one and had a lot of fun with it, so I picked up the second one. I don't have a partner for this one, though, so I cannot play this one solo. So if anyone else has We Were Here Too, let me know, and I'd be happy to play through it with you. They often go on sale for a couple $. So if anyone is interested in a puzzle game like that, let me know, and I'll let you know next time it goes on sale. Let's go look at it. We Were Here Too, real quick. This is the second one. Oh, let's go look at the list of games in this series. So I did the first one, just We Were Here. This is We Were Here Too. Then there's We Were Here Together, We Were Here Forever, and We Were Here Expedition. So all these games play exactly the same. You and a co-op partner are separated, and you have to find clues and then tell your partner over the radio. You can go into a party chat and you can talk to each other at any time, but it kind of takes some of the fun out of the game of using the walkie-talkie that's actually in the game. But if anyone is interested in playing these, I will pick up the rest of these if anyone wants to play these with me. So I love puzzle games, especially stuff like this. So I'm happy to play these games. We Were Here Too is the only other one I've bought, but I will happily buy the rest of these other three if anyone wants to play these games with me. And I'll let you know when they go on sale if you're interested. So let me know. It's full price. It's only $10. And it's gone on sale as low as $2. I think that's when I bought it, was when it was on sale for $2. Oh yeah, back in March. That sounds about the time that I bought it. I was like, $2, I'll buy it. I just need to find someone to play it with because you literally cannot play it solo. Just like the Joseph Ferris games. So that's the We Were Here games. We're almost at the end here. Who's Your Daddy? This is a really goofy indie game where you have these babies that are basically all trying to get themselves killed, like falling in the pool or getting run over by the lawnmower and stuff. It's this really goofy game, and you have to keep the babies from getting themselves killed from stupid stuff. So it looks like a really goofy, fun game. The new Wolfenstein games, New Order and Old Blood, I loved playing these on Xbox, so I was like, I will absolutely play these again on the Windows stack. So I'll be playing the Windows versions to get the achievements again. I had a lot of fun with these games. I don't plan to... I've still never played New Colossus, which is the Wolfenstein 2. I may change my mind on that. The main reason why is because there's an achievement in there for beating it on the hardest difficulty, which is beating it on the hardest difficulty with permadeath, meaning without dying. And you can't turn the game off. You have to do it in one go. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me? But I might play it, just be like, screw it, I need to play it anyways. Although I've heard it's not as good as these other two, which is why I haven't played it. I may change my mind and end up playing it. Who knows? World of Goo is another Games for Windows Live game. I don't know if I can get it working. If I can get it working, I'll play it. If not, I'm going to cross it off the list. World of the West used to be labeled as a Metroidvania. It is no longer. Worldless is I think it just recently got the Metroidvania tag, but it's more of a 2D. My friend, one of my Metroidvania buddies loved this game, and it's like a turn-based combat puzzle platformer Metroidvania combination. I don't really understand it, but he said it's really good, so I picked it up, and it's a Metroidvania, so I was like, I'm gonna play it. The X-Force games, these are shoot-'em-ups, look like a lot of fun. Johan the Perihelion has that's like half the title of the game. It has another, like, has a semicolon and then like another super long title. Another Metroidvania. Yoku's Island Express, another Metroidvania, very unique one. I'm very much looking forward to playing it because everyone loves this game. It's a pinball Metroidvania. So if you like pinball and Metroidvanias, this combines the two. Go check out Yoku's Island Express. I'll finally be playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel and Zachariah Pinball. It is a free-to-play pinball game, so I was like, why the heck not? And Zapping Bygone, another Metroidvania. So that is the gist of the list of games I will be diving here, starting probably tomorrow. And with that... Oh, where did my notes go? Oh, there we go. Oh, wait. I have to write some notes down here. So let's see here. We're at, oh, wow, we're already at 2 hours. 10. Recovery. So that about covers all of the chatting I had to do for tonight. So that kind of brings us to the gaming segment. So I am going to now, ideally, let me go back to screen share real quick. So as I said, I'm working on this dive right here. I've got 6 achievements left to recover my dive. The goal, the plan, is to get those 6 achievements right now on stream and recover my dive before we end the stream. So with that, if you guys want to hop in and chat with me, I'm going to hop into a channel on my Discord, and you guys can hop in. We can chat while I play if you want. Otherwise, I'm going to do some gaming, and we're going to hopefully knock out the rest of this bean dive, and I will be all done after 6 years recovering my bean dive. So, like I said, it had 162 games. This original achievement number that I needed to recover my dive was about 4,600 achievements, and now I'm at 6. So, and I probably, because of all the games that I added, because there were Game Pass games that were leaving, I panic played. If all the games that I had started after this dive were included, it probably would have been closer to like 7,000 or 8,000 achievements. So, and we got 6 left, and the goal is to get them knocked out tonight. So, let's get on to it. Let's see here. Nope, not that one. This one, right? Nope, that's not the one I wanted. I think it was this one. There we go. Yep, I got it set up, so let me go ahead. We're going to start off by beating Costume Quest 2. Shout out to Paul and DJ for their awesome music. Thank you always for letting me use your music. So, I'm going to be hopping my Discord channel. And if anyone wants to hop in and just chat with me while I'm gaming, you're more than welcome to. It's in the general vocal channel. So, if not, no worries. But I am in there if you want to chat with me while I do some gaming. So, the, right, can you see? Okay, I have to click on it. So, this is that panel I just showed you on, oh, you know what? I don't need, I can make that a little bit smaller and make that fit a little better. Come on. I don't need that. There we go. This does not update in real time. It only refreshes about every 30 minutes. That's why I have this achievement remaining count, because I can update that in real time. I can change it. Basically, my death counter when we did Dark Souls. So this little panel here will update automatically every about 30 minutes or so. But the one in the bottom right that says achievements remaining, I will update that in real time. So, all right, why is it not showing my Xbox? Yeah, there we go. It just took a little while. So, all right, so we are going to continue with Costume Quest 2 and hope finish the game, and that should get us 3 achievements out of the remaining 6, and then I will go knock out some of those emergency achievements I had saved up, and we'll be all done with this dive. So, yeah, I'm in my Discord general channel if you want to hang out with me and chat. But no worries if not. So let's do some gaming. And let me go full screen. So we are right at the end of the game. So if you haven't played Costume Quest 2, spoilers incoming, because this is the very end of the game. Alright, so what do I need to do here? Alright, looks like Dr. White took the talisman. I need to find the talisman. How are we going to get in there? That's a good question. You are... So... Oh. Candy! Ooh, costume piece. Servo. Wait, I already have all the costumes. What? There's another costume? How is that? I already have the achievement for using all the costumes' special moves. Oh, I probably have to go and knock on them and get all the pieces. And some of them are people that'll give me what I need, and sometimes it'll be people that will, well, so far throughout the game, all the houses you knock on, sometimes it'll be someone who will give you candy, and sometimes it'll be, it'll take you into a combat encounter. I don't think any of these are going to be combat encounters, though. I could be wrong, though. Yeah, I don't think any of these robots will fight me. These guys will fight, though. There we go. You get the drop on them, you get do a little damage. Your team always goes first, but if you get the drop on them, they'll start out with a little bit of damage to the enemies. Let's see. Let's just end it in one shot. That's the most powerful card in the game. And how the cards work is after each battle they have a each card has typically like a 3 battle cooldown before you can use it again. That card has a 5 battle cooldown. So what you want to do so that you can use it again more quickly is there's another card that will reset all the cooldowns. Yeah, see, 5 battles left. So if I go, where is that card? Oh, I think it's this one. And it doesn't tell you what the card is if it's on a cooldown. Yeah, because I was like I said, I was just getting the achievement for using all of these cards. So that's why this one's still on cooldown. assuming I need to get the rest of these parts. I got a servo. No one else is giving me parts. Hey, there we go. I got wires. 2 down, 2 to go. And then I think I'll be ready for the final battle. I think. There's supposed to be something back here. Oh, hey, I'm knocking from the inside, not the outside. Nope. No. Found where are the other 2 parts? There we go, there's one more. Almost there. Okay. We have a... Oh! I thought it was 4 parts. Apparently it's only 3. Oh, I'm the robot now. We'll probably... What do we do with this now? Let's see here. We have the Floss robot costume. We just need to trick a crest whaler into shipping us to Dr. White's house. Oh, okay. So where's this box we need to get into? Oh, let's try this box. Oh. I heard that hammering. I thought something was like going on behind me. It's those dudes over there in the corner hammering away. And it was coming from the back of my headphones. I thought something was going on here in my room. Why do the birds have teeth? Birds don't have teeth. Why'd you need a whole robot just for flossing? Let's go back to my black hole costume. It's the best one. Oh, is that the talisman? That's the talisman. Now we gotta get out of here. Ah, look, he's got a candy corn bed. Candy corn is good. Not great candy, but good candy. I like candy corn. I don't eat a lot of it, but around Halloween I'll have a little bit. Can the camera shift so I can see what's going on outside? I have to do, You better not be forcing me into a fight as... Okay, good. As I better be able to choose who I want to be. Uh-oh. this? What are you doing? How did you get that? I see. Nice trick. Is this blast from the past supposed to shake me up? You think that if I try to stop you, it will mess up my timeline and blink me out of here? Ha ha ha! Well, I don't need to lay a finger on you. I know what this boy wants. He's me. Because, yeah, there's time travel involved, and the big bad guy is the older version of the little kid in the hot dog costume. Look at me, Oral. This is your future. It's everything you've ever dreamed of. You will be the ruler of the city one day, and you can have any candy. You can have candy anytime you want. See? Anytime I want? All you have to do is follow what is in your heart. Give me back the talisman and go live your dream. Don't listen to him, Oral. He's crazy. You don't want to be crazy, remember? What do you think you are? Who do you think you are, brat? Can you not see that I'm 20 feet tall and can stomp you into a pancake on a whim? Who are you going to take advice from, Oral? Some kid you've known for a short time? Or yourself? Sorry, Earl. We don't have time for this. We have a timeline to fix. See, Earl, they're not to be trusted. Help me put an end to this. Hopefully he didn't just turn my hot dog kid to his side and it's 2-on-2. Oh, good. Well, it'd be 1-on-2 because candy corn is useless. Oh, I should have. I think this is the final boss fight. I should have switched out my cards because that obliterate one is useless because it only works on minions, not bosses. Alright. These children don't know you like I do, Oral. They don't know your potential. I mean, look at me. Look at this power. Okay. Wait, what? That's the first time in this entire game I didn't get to go first. Ah, these children are going to pay for violating my rules. Our rules. Now, what cards do I have? Let's do double damage for the next 3 turns. Now's your chance, or I'll show these kids who's boss. Give me the talisman. But he's me. I'm confused. Wait. Oh. Wait, what's that? I see you've made your choice to be a sniveling brat like him. Wait, what? Oh, each of his arms has health too. Ah. Choices have consequences. What? It did almost no damage? What the heck was that? That was pathetic. What good is double damage when you don't take any damage? That was trash. guess listen. Hey, what's up, Nightmare? Just popping in by to say hi. Well, good evening. Spent a couple hours talking about my upcoming schedule, real life and stuff, and then the games I'm gonna be playing here once I get to my dive. And now we're gonna finish off the dive. As you can see, I only have 6 achievements left, and I'll be all caught up in my dive. Never. What is this? This is not something I've ever been able to do before. What was that? My teeth! You ruined my gorgeous smile! He's Mike Tyson now. This reminds me of Psychonauts. This is Double Fine! So, Double Fine did Psychonauts and they did Costume Quest. What? Oh, that's garbage. If he has arms, then hitting him in the body does basically nothing. I'm not gonna win this fight. I'm still gonna lose. Why am I glowing? Or why is my hot dog character glowing? I have no idea why. Yeah, you have to attack the arms first. Otherwise, you don't do crap to his body. Why are they glowing? I don't know why they're glowing. How did his blaster survive that? 4 health? Are you kidding me? That should have destroyed it. I'm so not going to survive this. Maybe next time I know, go for the arms first. Yeah, can't even use any more cards, so... there's no way to heal either. Except for one specific character, that's their ultimate ability. I might switch to that character if I don't win, which I'm probably not gonna win. These do a lot of damage. Really? Only 240? That's not that much. Yeah, I probably need to switch my hot dog dude because he doesn't do enough damage. Oh, and my hot dog dude is dead. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to survive this one. I'll have to try again. What? Oh, I just used it. That's right. I was like, where'd my super go? Nice, use it, derp derp. Candy corn is useless. I need to switch both my characters. Not right for whatever type he is. It'd be nice if I had multiple attacks, like different attacks to choose from. Or if there was a way to heal. Or if cards cooled down in the middle of battle and didn't have to wait for multiple battles to cool down. I don't know how you're supposed to prevent that attack. Oh, that's stupid. And that's probably gonna kill Ren. Like candy corn. Not that Ren was doing much. Ah, we're still alive. I don't think we're gonna be able to get enough tax in to kill him before he kills us. So that's 700. Nice. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do enough damage. We're still alive. I'm gonna be able to do enough damage, I think. If only Candy Corn was actually a character, this would be pretty easy. Yeah, one more shot, he's gonna kill us both, and my attack is not gonna do enough damage. Yeah. I need one more attack, and I can probably finish him off. And now we die. Oh, Candy Corn's still alive, but Candy Corn can't do anything, so that's really useful. I think that's only the second time I've died. Alright, let's switch out our cards, because we had one that was completely useless. That's not bad. Oh, that's not bad. That would actually be pretty good. Yeah, let's do that. We'll start off with that one. That way, because whenever you do an attack and you see like a number and then it goes down, it's because they have a, because there's like, each costume has like this one, Ghost is strong to monster but weak to magic. So that character, I should be strong to him because he's tech. So why is my attacks not doing as much damage as they should be? Let's. But this is the one that can resurrect, so hopefully we'll be able to use that one to revive if need be. And I'll use that card immediately, so it's strong against everything, so all our attacks will do more damage. And we know to attack the arms first, not second. If we attacked the arms first, we might have beaten him. Maybe I should have stuck with the hot dog, because he can hit all three at the same time. There we go. Now we get green numbers instead of red numbers. They get to do more damage. Excellent. Got his arms. Alright. Now let's use that. What? Why'd it go down from 300 to 250? Why didn't you attack again? Oh, that was lame. You should have gotten 2 attacks in. You might have just blown off his arm. Why are they glowing? I don't know. Understand that. Oh, it's probably because of his black attack. So is that a debuff of some kind? What does it do? Ah. Yeah, I think it's the black attack that causes me to glow. Or whatever character gets hit by it to glow. Can you heal yourself? I haven't done this before. I'm hoping it works. Sweet, you can heal yourself. I wasn't sure if that would work. Why is he blocking some of that damage? He should take bonus damage. That doesn't do a whole lot of damage. And I'll be able to heal my black hole on this next one. Once I get to my Pharaoh's turn again. I think we'll be alright on this one. Unless he starts doing more damage the lower health he is, but I don't think so. We'll definitely wipe him out. Assuming there's not a second phase. In the turn-based RPG, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a second phase. You're done, Mr. White. This is going back to its rightful owners. Hey, there we go. There's -1 achievement. Complete all quests. Yes. 5 achievements left. There's another one. Hardcore mode. Beat the whole game with candy corn. That's one more. And That's all 3 of the remaining achievements in this game, and I have 100%. Give me that. It's mine. It's funny, this world you made where everybody's supposed to have white teeth. It's rotten. Tell me about it. Let's get the candy back to the people. I may burn through the first half of the game again so it counts for the challenge, especially since now I don't have to use candy corn. I can have 3 people in my party who can actually do damage, so combat will go a lot faster. No, come back here with that. My beautiful utopia will be ruined. How did I ever get to be so pathetic? Oh, that's the younger version. I'm pathetic. What do you think that makes you? A new man. I knew you were right. We were right to put our trust in you. I don't know how we'll ever thank you guys. You saved Halloween. You can start by taking all my licorice when we get back to the past. You better make sure my mom and dad still get married, you guys. Haha, none of that can happen until we restore the timeline. Don't worry, I can't wait to fix everything I broke. I have no idea what happened at the beginning of this game since I started it in 2019. I've kind of picked up on bits and pieces I've played, but I have no idea what's happened at the beginning of the game. Things are going to be different this time. Those are the bad guys you fight through most of the game. Yeah, see, there it is. Double fine. So keep going. It does, yeah. 1,000 out of 1,000. All right. Thank goodness I got the candy corn achievement. I did not want to play through the game again just for that one. Especially when it handicaps you the whole game. Alright, that does it for Candy Crush. Costume Quest. Alright, so pull up my achievements here. What we can do, let's not do Wordament since I can't stream that because that's on my phone. Let's go ahead and finish off Aim Lab, or not finish off, there's one more achievement I can get in Aim Labs in like a couple of minutes. Yeah, look at that. Tales of Kinzera's Out is on Game Pass as of today. I'm not gonna I'm gonna leave it there for now because I'm probably gonna go back through the first half of the game so I can get credit for playing the whole game on our challenge. Did I not leave? I did not. There it is. Let's get... I got 3 achievements left. Oh, I got to switch back so you can see. There we go. Let's see if it happens to have scanned yet. Nope, not yet. It was 3. Let me go ahead and manually scan. There we go. Update with 3 achievements left. And we're going to get those remaining 3 right now. Let's see, I think... Oh, 500 tasks? I'm only at 20%. Oh, yeah, because I'm at basically 100. So I'm not doing that right now. But this one, I can do this right now because I've had this backlogged. So just in case emergency. So I'm going to do 3 more of these. Well, let's see here. Where were they? Why aren't you going anywhere? Switch tabs. What the heck is wrong with you? Wait, this is... You have to subscribe to play the rest of the game? Are you freaking kidding me? No. No way. You've got to be kidding me. Am I going to have to subscribe to do the rest of these achievements? It has to be a joke. It's free to play and you basically have a trial for however long and then you can't play it until you pay? I don't want premium features. I just want the basic features. Yeah, that's really quiet. Did I turn it down in-game? I did. There we go. Much better. Wait, why did it get so quiet? That's... And what the heck? Oh, I didn't hit save. I hate when you back out and you actually have to hit save. Doesn't matter what score you get, you just gotta let it run through its 30 seconds. One more, we should get an achievement. There we go. One. Down to 2 achievements left. Almost there. I don't think you need to subscribe. I think it's like apps where you have like the free version, and if you want better stuff, you can subscribe. I think it was just the game was like freezing on me and wouldn't let me out of the subscribe page. Alright. You guys are saying something. Let's see here. Okay, you guys are talking about difficulties. All right. So that took care of that one. I'm not gonna do Word of It. Let's do Assassin's Creed Origins. Actually, no, we got 2 achievements that I could pretty quickly get in Trials Rising. So let's see if we can knock out these last 2 achievements in Trials Rising. Another reason why I will often defend Ubisoft. The Trials games are great. I love them. They're all published by Ubisoft. And they have great menu music. A lot of the tracks have great music too. Oh, I forgot to switch it back. Oh, it helps if I have focus on the right window. I hope I don't get struck for this music. Hey, what the heck? This isn't where I was. I was over here? Yeah, microplex. So, there's an achievement for failing on for going through an extreme track and not faulting until the last checkpoint, which is really easy with these micro tracks because there are no checkpoints. So if you fault, you get that achievement. And there's also an achievement for beating an extreme track without faulting. So all I have to do is beat this track because there's no checkpoints. Any one of these extreme tracks, and I'll get the achievement for beating an extreme track without faulting. Hey, what's up, Sons and Shadows? We are almost done here after 6 years. I am almost back to recovering my completion percentage when I started my last dive. As you can see, I got 2 achievements left. I'm gonna most likely get those here in the next couple minutes so I can start the 400 plus games I've been backlogging for the last couple of years. So hope you're doing well tonight. Curious, what episodes of Stargate, I'm assuming you just got done with your Stargate stream. What episodes were you talking about tonight? My last episode, I just finished season 3 of Atlantis. But I am going to go back and finish the last 4 episodes of SG-1 before I go and start season 4 of Atlantis. So yeah, I figured you were ready to wrap up. I mean, we've been going a couple hours. This might still take a few more minutes, so we're not necessarily wrapping up immediately. Tok'ra 1 and 2, that's right. I did see that thumbnail earlier. That's the episode where they introduced the Tok'ra, right? Good stuff. So yeah, I basically just have to beat this track. If I can get the achievement, if I can beat it without faulting on the first try, that'd be amazing. Because then I would get the achievement for faulting on the last one after beating a track on extreme without faulting. I doubt it though. This might. I'm pretty good at these, but beating an extreme, even a micro track without faulting is probably going to be very difficult. And I haven't played in a while. Ah, look at that. I faulted. And that should be an achievement. Yep. 1 more achievement left. So once I can beat this track, I will get my last achievement needed to recover. Oh, what? Oh, yeah, great episodes. Yeah, they are good. It's tough because I want to go and watch the beginning of Season 4 of Atlantis, but I really need to finish Season 10 of SG-1 first. Oh, come on. I did not fault. Dang it. Crap. No, no, no. Whew. Yeah, I need some more speed. Dang it! I did not fault. Oh, that works. I didn't really mean to do a backflip, but... What? The heck was that? No, not backwards. Go forward. There we go. I can see the finish line. No! Dang it! Oh, Lois is here. I didn't even see you. What's up, Lois Expectations? Mentioned you a couple times earlier. Hope you're having a good night. Oh my, OMG, it's trials in the sky. There are levels that take place like up in the sky. But this is my type. I don't like trails. I like trials. These games. I love these games. Really? Dang it. Come on, go over the box. What? There we go. Crap. Dang it, I knew that was going to happen. What kind of slander was I subject to earlier? What was I mentioning? I don't remember. It wasn't bad. It was all good. Oh, come on. Crap. Ah. Ah. Come on, go up! Oh, there we go. Alright. No! Dang it! What? There we go. No! You suck. Face plant in the box. Oh, that's what it was. When I was talking about Monster Sanctuary, I was mentioning that you just started streaming it a couple days ago. Because I played the Xbox version, I completed it, but it also has a Windows version, so I'm going to be playing it again. That's what it was. That's why I mentioned you earlier. Oh, come on! Dang it! Get more air! Oh, yep, you're around level 20 so far. Nice! I forgot, because it was probably about 3 years ago that I probably played it. I don't even remember what the level cap was, if there even is a level cap. 50 or 60, I want to say? And I have had my chat help me name my monsters. It's a disaster. That's great. Yeah, I just left them all as default. But if I was streaming it, I would do the same. I would have chat help me name the monsters. And pick what I'm using. That would make it a little more fun. I was just trying to get, you know, because turn-based, not really my thing. So I was just trying to get through it with the best team as possible. So I just looked up online, like, what are some great teams? And I went and... No! Woo! I almost faulted right there at the end. Yeah! There we go! Achievement! Boom! My dive has been recovered! 106... More like... Probably 450 games. Originally it was like 4,600 achievements. It's probably closer to like 7,000. I'm finally recovered. And I can finally start the hundreds of games I've been backlogging. Hey, look at that. I leveled up too. Oh, I got 2 crates. Oh, I don't want to equip that. Dang it. Wrong button. I liked my other helmet first. My other helmet better. Ah, shoot, what helmet did I have? I don't even remember what helmet I had. Was it that one? Yeah, with the bullets on the side. I think that was the one I had equipped. I picked the frog starter, named it Fungus Chungus. I picked... What starter did I pick? I'm pretty sure I picked the Fire Lion. Like I said, I left all the names default, but I'm pretty sure that the Fire Lion is the starter that I picked. Alright, let's go over here. Cheers again. And let's update this in real time. Let's see here. It probably hasn't scanned. Yeah, it hasn't scanned in 20 minutes, so it hasn't got those last 3 achievements. Quest a manual update. No one in front of me. They're currently being scanned. Oh, let's kick the music back on because we're done with the game. Oh. Are you serious? The whole time I was on here, the music was playing, but you guys didn't hear it? Dang it. I thought the music was playing on... I don't have music on this scene. Why did no one tell me? The music was playing the whole time, and I'm hearing it, but you guys aren't hearing it. Ah, I'm sorry. I forgot. I didn't realize I didn't have my music on this scene. Why did no one tell me? The whole time I was chatting, there should have been music playing, but it was just all silent. Well, I'm hearing music, but you guys aren't. Now you should be able to hear the music. I'm an idiot. All right, let's refresh this. Recovery is complete. There should be a banner thing that says Neo has recovered 100% of their bean dive. And I completed Costume Quest. 2,247 days from the time I started it. Oh, what the heck? That's weird. It has a drop down right here for all the different times, but it's not showing up on the screen. That's really weird. I'd say that was probably 15 to 20 for me. Even though it says only 8, it says estimated 8 to 10. Oh, I forgot to, 588 completed games, completed Costume Quest, and let's see here. No longer in my backlog. And nope, not. Why can't you see the drop downs? That's really weird. I can see them, but you can't see them. Done with. $91.15. I can finally start all the games that I've been wanting to play for the last couple of years. This feels so good. I'm sure it'll probably show up later, but I'm kind of disappointed it doesn't say Neo has completed 100% of his bean dive immediately. It'll show up eventually. But we did it! May 22nd, 2025. Let's go. Let's go through all the games that I dived at the very beginning. First game in the dive was Assassin's Creed Chronicles China. March 17th, 2019. So just over 6 years ago. I've 100%ed that game. Ezio Collection, I've 100%ed that game. Black Flag, I've 100%ed that game. AC Unity, I've 100%ed that game. Syndicate, I have like 4 or 5 achievements left. I got screwed over by... partially by my own stupid decision, and because of the way that it handles game saves and stuff. So I kind of got screwed with and lost my data and had to start over. Origins, I've played a little bit of, but I still... If you ask me, have I played Origins? I have not played Origins. I've put about 10 hours into it, but I would not say that I've played it. Same with Odyssey, because I'm playing them in order, so... Fallout 4, I've started it... Played about 8 hours. That's one I still need to get back to. Crash Insane Trilogy. I don't have 100% of the achievements because some of these achievements are really hard, but I just beat all 3 Crashes this last weekend for the first time because I'd never played any of the Crash games. So, there's a lot of achievements for like getting all the gems and stuff on Crash, and they're really difficult. So I was like, I'm just gonna get, as many as possible. Let's see here. I got 75% of the achievements, 55 out of, I believe, there's 77. So I got a good chunk of them. Spyro Reignited Trilogy. I've 100%ed that. Arkham Asylum, I've 100%ed that. Arkham City, I've gotten, I think I've gotten everything except for the challenges. Child of Light, I just beat that earlier this month. There's an unobtainable achievement, so I can't get all the achievements because one has been discontinued, but I have 100% of the attainable achievements. That was also a turn-based RPG published by Ubisoft. Abzu, 100% of that a long time ago. Gardens Between, 100% of that a long time ago. Spartan Assault, I still have, I've got 73%, which I think it only has 25, so I think I've only got like 3 achievements left. They're a bit tricky. I'll get back to it eventually. Headlander, 100% of that a long time ago. Also a Double Fine game, and it's a Metroidvania. Hellblade, 100% of that. Just Cause 4, 100% of that. Shadow Complex Remastered, 100% of that. Walking Dead Collection, 100% of that. Late Shift, 100% of that. That's an FMV game. Long Reach, 100% of that. Dishonored. I have 100% of the base game and 2 of the 3 DLCs. The 3rd DLC I have not actually even touched because it has no story. It's just like a trial mode. I haven't done that yet. Dear Esther, 100%ed that. Shadow of Mordor, 100%ed that. Virtua Fighter 5, 100%ed that. Steel Rain X is a shoot 'em up. I've done about half of it, right? Yeah, look at that, 50%. I've done exactly half. Still need to get back to it. Misadventures of PB Winterbottom, 100%ed that. A very clever 2D puzzle platformer. Samurai Showdown, I have 100%ed that. Hated that one with a passion. Very difficult, and I suck at fighting games. Monday Night Combat, 100%ed that. Metro Last Light, 100%ed that. Strike Suit Zero, 100%ed that. Albedo, Eyes from Outer Space, 100%ed that. Dark Souls Remastered, 100%ed that. Well, I did 100% it on stream. I did a full playthrough on stream, and then I went back and got the achievements I missed off stream. Bridge Constructor Stunts, 100%ed that. Adam's Venture, 100%ed that. Hue, 100%ed that. That's a great puzzle platformer. I highly recommend Hue. All based on colors. Seasons After Fall, 100%ed that. Inside My Radio, little puzzle platformers. I have a few achievements left in this one. Very difficult, but I got most of the achievements at 83%. Gears Ultimate, I will never 100% it because of seriously getting 10,000 kills online. Not only do I dislike PvP in general, I hate Gears of War multiplayer. So there's no way in hell I will ever get that one. There are a few more achievements I do plan to go back and get in this one. But a bunch of the multiplayer ones I'm not going to bother with. Hitman Go, 100%ed that. Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, 100%ed that. Kona, 100%ed that. Shoot Many Robots, I've done a little bit, but I still have to go back to it. I've got about halfway done. Bridge Constructor, 100%ed that. Never Alone, 100%ed that. Human Fall Flat has like 123 achievements. I have all but 3 of them. Yeah, look, 120 out of the 123, which are you have to beat the whole game in one sitting. I'm like, not going to do that. There's an achievement where you have to beat a specific level by going in head first. I did it, but it didn't give me the achievement. There's the complete the game start to end in one run. There are people who are really good at this game who can carry people. I need someone to do that for me. And then this one, I also did this achievement, but it didn't give me the achievement. On this specific level, at the end of the level, you just got to hold on to this lid. I did that, and it didn't give me the achievement. So I should have all but one achievement, but 2 of these I could go back for. They're not too difficult. The speedrun is just the difficult one, or not difficult one, it's just time-consuming. I don't want to take the time to do it. Energy Cycle, 100%ed that. Remember Me, 100%ed that. Murdered Soul Suspect, 100%ed that. Midnight Deluxe, 100%ed that. Doodle Mafia, 100%ed that. On a Roll, I did 100% this, and then just a couple months ago, they, like, 5 years after this game came out. Let's see, when did this game come out? Came out in 2018, and just a couple months ago, so like 7 years later, they added a DLC for it. So I lost my completion. I haven't gone back to get the DLC to recomplete the game. So I had 100% on a roll. Mimic Arena, 100%ed that. Goat Simulator, 100%ed that. Screw you, Flappy Goat. That achievement was a pain in the butt. Lazy Galaxy, 100%ed that. Metro 2033, 100%ed that. Murder Soul Suspect, this is a separate version. It was an Xbox One and a 360 version. 100%ed both of them. Knee Deep, I did 100% it, but a few of the achievements are glitched and they won't unlock for me. So I don't actually have the 100%, even though I've done everything that the achievements require. Cube 2, 100%ed that. Sega Vintage Collection, 100%ed that. Web of Shadows, I just played earlier this year. I have to go back and do a second playthrough because I did a bad playthrough. I now need to do a good playthrough to get all the good choices. And I need to do all of the side missions, which I did most of them, but you can't go back and do them. You have to do them all in one run, so I got to do another playthrough for that one. Halo Spartan Strike, I've barely touched. 25%. Yeah, I've got a lot of work to do in that one. It's not a terribly long game, though. Rhyme, love this game. Beautiful puzzle platformer, 3D. Definitely recommend it. 100%ed that. One Leaves, 100%ed that. Trash game. Spec Ops to the Line, 100%ed that. Beating that game on the hardest difficulty, which I think is called Fubar, was a royal pain in the butt, and it sucked. I hated this game on the hardest difficulty, but other than that, it was a good game. Castle Invasion, 100%ed that. Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition, 100%ed that. Roblox, 100%ed that. That was an easy one. Free to play. World 2, 100%ed that. Energy Cycle Edge, 100%ed that. Bastion, I still have a couple achievements left. I'll go back to it eventually. I don't know when. Ark Survival Evolved, 100%ed that. Garu, Mark of the Wolves, 100%ed that. like the Samurai Showdown, these games were this game was a pain in the butt. It was so freaking hard. Probably one of the hardest easy games I've ever played. Fighting game. I hated this game. Inner Space, 100% of that. King of Fighters, another fighting game. I have not completed this. Oh, I did complete that one. There's one of these fighting games I have not completed. I have one achievement left. Did not like this game. Pain in the butt. But not as hard as this one. Life is Strange. I talked about this on a recent party chat. I enjoy the Life is Strange games, so 100% of both of those. Stick of Truth, 100%ed both this one and the 360 version. I've not 100%ed Breath of the Wild. I don't know where that came from. Fractured but Whole. I still have one achievement left for beating on the hardest difficulty. I have to go do another playthrough for that. Sniper Elite V2, 100% of that. Oxenfree, 100% of that. Night Squad, 100% of that. Life is Strange 2, 100% of that. Observer, 100% of that. Quantum Break, 100% of that. Swapper, 100% of that. A great, very difficult puzzle platformer. Definitely recommend it. The thing about this game is you can beat the entire game and not get any achievements because none of the achievements are tied to beating the game. They're tied to finding these super hidden terminals that you'd never find them without a guide. But great puzzles. Very difficult puzzles, but great puzzles. Thomas Was Alone. 100% of that. Also another great puzzle platformer. Definitely recommend it. You use different shaped blocks to solve puzzles. Like that game a lot. Unmechanical, 100% of that. Another puzzle platformer. What Remains of Edith Finch, probably the first walking sim I played. Had a great story and enjoyed that. 100% of that. Sonic and Knuckles, 100% of that. One of the only Sonic games I've played. Abyss, 100% of that. Heartbox, I'm still working on it. Free to play. It's only on Windows. And there's like 100 levels and you have to do them like 4 times because each time you go through it, it's got like there's like blocks of 20 levels and each 20 level block has like a specific mechanic. And then once you beat it, there's like a new mechanic that unlocks that you have to play through the entire game, all those levels again with a new mechanic, and it does that like 3 or 4 times for all the achievements, so it takes a while. I haven't even beaten the game once yet, so still got a ways to go on that one. Crackdown 3, 100% of that. Really enjoyed it. Love the Crackdown games. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, 100% of that. Both Batman Telltales, enjoyed those because I love the Telltale games, 100% of those. Lost Planet 2. Even after beating it, I only have 15 out of 50 achievements. There are so many ridiculously hard, insane time-assuming achievements. I will never 100% Lost Planet 2. One of the highest ratio games I've ever played. Another Arkham Asylum stack, 100% of that. Assassin's Creed Rogue, 100% of that. Azura's Wrath, 100% of that. Castlevania Harmony of Despair. I think the only achievement I have in this is the one I got when I started this game in 2019. This one's 6 players, so if anyone wants to play Harmony of Despair with me, let me know. I need to play it. Lord of Shadow 2. I just played that a couple months ago. I did not 100% it, but I have 91% of the achievements. So I've got like 1 or 2 achievements left in the DLC, and I got like 2 or 3 achievements left in the main game. I'll get back to it eventually. Mirror of Fate. Played that at right before Lord of Shadow 2 earlier this year. I have beaten it. The only thing I have left in the game is to beat the boss rush mode. There's 4 achievements for it, for beating it on each of the 4 difficulties. There's no reason to beat it on any of the easier difficulties, so they stack. So if you beat it on the hardest difficulty, you get all the achievements. So I can't even get past like the second boss, much less the other like 13 bosses after him. So I gave up on it. It's like I'll come back to it eventually, if maybe. The Cave, I've done a couple achievements, barely touched it since, so I still need to go back and do that one. The Raven, 100% of that. One of the most boring games I've ever played, and I did it twice for the Raven Remastered. Fearful Symmetry, 100% of that. A puzzle game that has to do with you move 2 characters at the same time, although you control one character and there's another character on screen that does the exact opposite of what you do. So if you move right, they move left. If you move up, they move down. And a lot of great puzzle mechanics around that one. So enjoyable puzzle game. Tacoma, 100% of that. Interesting walking sim, essentially, where you're like on a space station. You have to find out what happened by watching all these like holograms and stuff. Tron Evolution, that was a pretty fun game. 100% of that. Limbo, 100% of all 3 versions. The 360 arcade version, the Xbox One version, and the Windows version. Inside, 100% of that. Hey, Submerged, 100% of that. I'm going to be doing a sequel to that, Submerged Below, Hidden Depths, right here in my dive that I'll be starting tomorrow. Strider, 100% of that, but I'm going to be playing the Xbox 360 version in my upcoming dive. Deadlight Director's Cut. I did 100% the Xbox Live Arcade version of this way back in the day. I did not 100% this version of it because there's an achievement for beating the game without dying. I'm like, I'm not doing that. So I have all but one achievement in that one. Celeste, 100% of that. Alea, 100% of that. Black to Fall, 100% of that. Max Curse of Brotherhood, 100% of that. Remembered, 100% of that. Toby the Secret Mine, 100% of that. Curse of the Moon, I've done about half. 60%. Like I said earlier, I still have to go back and beat that a few more times because there's a bunch of different ending achievements. Layers of Fear, I just finally went back and beat this last week. So that one's fresh. Just did that one last week. Hopiko? I have no idea how to pronounce this one. I've only done about half. This is a very, very difficult platformer. I have a bunch to go back to do on that one. Planet of the Eyes, 100% of that. Super Knight Riders, I have 2 achievements left. Technically 1 achievement left, but there's an achievement for getting all the other achievements. A platinum achievement. I hate those with a passion, but it's once I get that my last achievement for beating all the tracks in one go, then that last other achievement will unlock. So I have 2 achievements left, but I only need to get one of them to get both of them. But yeah, beating all the tracks in one go is quite difficult. So I was like, I'll come back to it later. Refunct, 100% of that. Robot Wars, 100% of that. Soul Axiom, 100% of that. Spencer, 100% of that. Tyler, 100% of that. Siggy, 100% of that. Fumiko, 100% of that. Bullboy, 100% of that. Coffin Dodgers, 100% of that. One-Eyed Cuck, Kuth, I have no idea how to pronounce that. It's Inuit, like Eskimos. 100% of that. Moose Man, 100% of that. Colots, 100% of that. Maze, 100% of that. Jump Step, 100% of that. Costume Quest 2, we just 100% of that tonight on stream. Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered, 100% of that. Walking Dead Michode, 100% of that. Shiny, 100% of that. Adventure Time, 100% of that. Also a turn-based RPG, and I know absolutely nothing about Adventure Time. Did that a couple years ago. ACA Neo Geo Ghost Pilots, shoot 'em up. I've got most of the achievements. I still got like 3 more to go. Yeah, 75, 9 out of the 12 achievements. So, Zed Blade, 100% of that. King of Fighters 95, 100% of that. One of those games, one of those ACA Neo Geo Fighters games, I did not 100%. I got 1 achievement left. I just don't know which one it is. Sherlock Holmes, 100% of that. Ornament, I'm still working on it. I don't know if I will ever complete it, but I've got 72% of the achievements. Planet Rick's 13, 100% of that. Jack and Jill, 100% of that. Full Blast, 100% of that. Jet Car Stunts, 100% of that. Brisket Sustered Portal, I've still barely touched. I've gotten a couple more achievements, but I have to go back to it. 15% of the achievements, that's one I have to go back to and do. Mechanica or Mechanica, I don't know how to pronounce it, 100% of that. Walking Dead Final Season, 100% of that. Crackdown 3, Wrecking Zone, 100% of that. Maybe this is it. World Star Heroes, there it is. That's the one. I have 1 achievement left. Now it's pretty difficult. So, almost 100% of it. Football Frenzy, 100% of it. Super Party Sports Football, 100% of it. Beyond Good and Evil HD, 100% of it. So, most of the games I dived, I've 100%ed. A couple I've barely touched, but most of them have like 90% achievements or higher. So, that wraps up my Bean Dive 2 started in 2019. We are done. Now I can spend the next like 2 weeks diving these 400 games that we went over earlier. So, what perfect timing on the music. Let's go ahead and pause that. That will be it. Let me go back over here to solo. So, thanks everyone for hanging out with me for open mic. If you missed the beginning part, the first half hour, I talked about my schedule, what's going on. I will not be doing anything next week. I'll have a couple streams the week after that and a couple streams the week after that. And then my last stream will be June 12th. And then I won't be streaming again until about the end of July because I got stuff going on. So thank you everyone for hanging out with me on the State of the Nerd and helping hang out with me while I finally completed my Bean Dive. 6 years in the making. We are finally done. So now I can start playing all the games I've been dying to play. So thanks to everyone. You guys all have a good night. Let's go raid Melee Games. They are doing Melee Madness tonight. So go over there to the Melee. You know, I can't actually raid them because I'm not monetized. But let me go ahead. If you're still here, I'll drop the link in chat. Let me grab the link to the stream. So, I can't do it in OBS, so I have to pull up my own stream to chat. Give me just a second here. Say, go raid Melee Games and tell them Neo sent you. there's the stream to the Melee Madness. So go over to Melee Madness and hang out. That's where I will be. I'm going to go hang out with them until the end of their stream. So thank you, everyone, for a great night. You guys all have a good night. We will see you. Let's see here. What did I say is the next stream? My next stream is... My next stream on my channel will be on June 2nd. I will be on Ryan's channel on the 1st, but my next stream here will be on June 2nd. So I will see you on June 2nd for Metroidvania Monday. Hopefully the plan is to wrap up Metroid Prime 2 before I go on my hiatus. So have a good night, everyone. We will see you later. Go raid the Melee Madness podcast, and we will see you next time. And as always, in the meantime, game on.